Well, we're back at the 9 Club, huh? But listen, this is another special episode. We got another special guest, this is our 52nd. This is literally our year-long.
This is your anniversary.
This is our anniversary.
It's been 52 weeks.
It's been 52 weeks. We've had a couple
Actually,
of bonus.
54.
We had a bonus episode, but this is the 52nd episode.
Oh, fucking A.
Fucking A.
You didn't tell me that until just now.
Well, I wanted to be surprised, And for this 52nd episode, we got none other than Mike Carroll.
Who we've been trying to get on the show for years.
Years.
Guy's been dodging us this whole time. No, but dude, thank you, bro. Thanks for coming on. This is great, dude. This is great.
Look at all the cool things he has in the background.
Kelly is just fanning out over all the shoes you brought. He's got what are those? The Vans. That's your original Vans shoe.
It's a sample. It's made in USA.
Oh,
it's because my production was in Korea.
Was that worth more money? Do you think? Why don't you give them to me? I'll see how much I can get for those on eBay.
We got the original Staples. Whatever.
Original Staples. We got the Lacai's. We got the half cap.
And don't forget the.
Oh yeah, the Glide toothpicks.
I brought my toothpicks.
Yeah. And let's not forget he brought your Vagisil on the table in place of a drink.
Yeah.
What is that?
This is the stuff I rub on when I hurt.
Oh, really?
That's anti-inflammatory.
Oh, Voltaren. That's your drink.
This is my energy sponsor. This is what gets me going in the morning right here.
Like, when you put it on, do you feel like a warm sensation, or does it? Do you feel anything though when you put it on?
Is there a burn?
Actually,
does it burn? Yeah.
I put it on to not feel.
Well, dude, thanks for coming, man, and we're stoked to have you, dude. Fucking for our 52nd. I thought the 50th was, with Sinclair was like, crazy, but this is better. No offense, Sinclair.
He even brought candy too.
Oh yeah, you did bring candy. He brought 2 boxes of them too.
Just in case. I don't know how long this is going to go for.
Let's talk about some shit, man. Well, let's talk about God. This fucking.
You can hear it just going.
The light is.
I think it's about to explode.
It's going.
Hey, Eric, turn that thing off, man. Fucking, we're about to die over here.
That thing literally just slowly died.
Do we have any extra bulbs for that?
I think I do.
Let's get another bulb.
I'll be right back.
At our first break.
We'll be right back, guys. Oh, this is our first commercial break.
All right.
Carol, let's do a commercial break. Girl skateboards,
Girl skateboards.
Girl skateboards. The best skateboards in the industry.
Girl and chocolate skateboards.
If you haven't tried riding a girl chocolate board, you're missing out. Yeah.
Go out and buy one now.
7 plies of the best maple wood on the planet.
Where do they buy these?
They buy these at your local skate shops, and if your local skate shop isn't carrying them, you can buy them at thecrailstore.com.
Fucking platforms.
And we're back.
We're back, huh? We got the lights fixed. Everything's good.
Luckily, had another bulb.
How come it always happens on the show? Did you like our girl commercial?
Yeah.
Girl and chocolate commercial. That was our first. We'll charge you. We'll send you an invoice. No, but let's go. Let's talk about the old SF days, growing up there and everything. You were born and raised.
I was born in San Francisco.
Yeah.
But I was raised in Daly City.
Is that where is Chico from Daly City too?
Chico is from Nicaragua.
Well, okay. I know that, but
I don't know if he's told you that yet or not.
Is he? I don't know. I was wondering what this Nika please was,
I think then he moved to San Francisco, and then we met in junior high.
So you were already skating at that time.
I was already skating, and he was also already skating.
Best buds all of a sudden, huh?
Yeah, we were kind of for a second.
And then, what happened?
When you're in junior high and you've been skating for a couple years or whatever.
Yeah.
Some people quit skating.
Oh.
Chico quit skating.
Really?
Started rocking, it was like right after NWA and Colors came out and all that stuff, and
he was getting into
in the Raiders and Kings jackets and Raiders cap and the King.
When you first met Chico, did he introduce himself as Chico or Rolando?
I always knew him as Chico.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I don't know if I was in any classes with him to ever hear him be called Rolando. Yeah, it was a trip.
That's amazing.
He ended up living right down the street from me.
So he started skating again, you guys.
So yeah. There was one time, he tried to jump me or something.
Really?
He wasn't skating. Yeah. But
you already knew him at the time.
Yeah, I already
knew him,
but it was just because I think I might have been talking shit to him. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you like this now? Like, you skate. And then I think he was just like, what motherfucker, you know, Cheeks.
I know. Cheeks.
Well, back then, everything seemed like years,
Right.
but I don't know how long he quit skating
Couple
for.
months
Maybe it
later
was
or whatever,
a couple
It was
months.
like a week.
Well, how did you get into skating though?
My cousin started skating, and then my brother started skating, and so my cousin would come over to our grandparents' house when family would get together or whatever, and just jump on my cousin's board, and then a little downhill incline, get on it. They push me. I don't know how to turn, and then
Run into a car on the hill.
it was like little curb cuts, and I wouldn't know how to do it. And I've probably told this story before, but I swear I would always like hit the trash, like stumble into the trash.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just barrel into them.
They pushed you down.
I think they were probably doing it on purpose.
like aiming you for the trash.
Probably.
Just like
Because that's all I remember. I swear that's all I remember. But
you should have
then-
tried it on like non-trash days.
Maybe.
They pushed you
Probably.
down. What's the street in San Francisco? The really curvy street. What's that?
Lombard.
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 Yeah, they
Yeah.
pushed you down Lombard.
That'd be fucked up.
Dude, we've tried
you ever-
to do it
Yeah?
before. Yeah.
No,
I
it's
don't
not
think
possible.
it's got to be possible. I think you got to have loose trucks.
Yeah.
And then just
Lot of
do
sliding.
the little slide
Right,
like hydroplane and
yeah.
just make sure there's
But isn't it
no
all
cars.
bricks?
Huh?
Isn't it all bricks?
Yeah, but if you have loose enough trucks and you start the hydroplane, I mean, I always think about it.
Yeah.
You have to be able to do it.
I mean, I see cars on there. I'm like, the fuck are these people doing?
Dude, one time we were about to drive down it. We were with Javante, and his fucking wheel popped off. Tire.
his car.
His tire.
Of his car.
Yeah,
Oh
of his
my god.
And it went straight, and then right when it hits one of the turns,
Yeah.
you just see it pop. Just fucking fly up in the air. It was so insane.
That could have fucking killed somebody.
His car was stuck, so there's a lot of traffic right there for a little bit.
All the tourists must have been pissed.
They're all taking
That was
photos.
pretty fun. Yeah, I forgot all about that.
You guys, man, I feel like you guys had like the best times up there, dude. Growing up and fucking, Well, when did you start getting good at skating? You were like, well, no, seriously, dude.
He's
Like,
always
did it
been
come
good, bro.
natural, or did you work hard?
Who got aboard first? You or your brother?
My brother.
Oh, okay.
My brother got aboard first, and then I think whatever, just got obsessed with it.
Yeah.
And I think just like all of us.
Yeah.
And then we just skated. All we wanted to do was skate. And then we had to watch our grandparents. They were getting older. It was actually my grandfather. And so I think my brother in woodshop made some jump ramps.
Okay. Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, so he made a jump ramp and kind of shitty like Miley ramp.
Mm.
But we saw some PAL photo in a Thrasher or something, and it had coping.
Okay.
So he had metal coping on the side with a platform.
Tried to like replicate it from what you
Yeah,
saw.
so whatever. It was shitty, but we had like some Fort Miley bank and jump ramp, so we used to just
Sick.
sit in front of the grandparents'
Grandparents' house?
and just skate.
Yeah.
Make sure
Did Chico
so.
ever try to come up and jack you or anything? Or
This was
Try-
Give me that ramp, fool.
I think this might have been pre-Chico.
Pre-Chico, okay.
Yeah, but then there was a vert ramp down the street from our house.
Oh, what, in somebody's backyard?
Yeah, which was crazy. They had a vert ramp before, which was probably like 6 feet high or
Okay.
something like that, and then they finally built.
That's about a tight
I think
transition.
I think they built actually a 12-foot vert ramp. There's a photo of Chris Cook doing like a wheeler right under coping and some Thrasher. If you ever see it,
Yeah.
that's my mini ramp.
Nice.
So yeah, whatever. That was the vert ramp, and then the neighbors started complaining.
Oh, yeah.
So they had to cut it down, and then we ended up getting it. So we had a 6-foot vert ramp, I think, with 10-foot transition.
What, in your backyard?
In
now?
my
You put-
backyard.
And
Really?
it went to vert?
No, it was 6 foot high.
So it was a vert ramp. You cut
Mini
it down.
ramp that we cut down,
Alright.
so we had the 10-foot transition on
Okay.
a 6-foot high ramp.
Okay.
So it'd be nice
So
and mellow
I think
by
if
then.
you can tell,
Yeah.
it's pretty mellow.
So you had
Yeah.
to push on the flat bottom to get speed.
No, but it was pretty funny. I don't know how long it took us. So you cut the side edges, and then just 2x4 them. So whatever, just like that.
Yeah.
2x4 it, and then we had an elliptical.
Just like,
you know? Yeah, super mellow. And
yeah.
so because that was when we started learning Smith grinds and stuff. So we like
Okay.
wanted to be able to do Smith grinds.
Right, right.
You know, but it was pretty funny. It was like about this much of.
Sounds fun, though.
Yeah, so we had that mini ramp there, and then we went to skate camp a few times and came home, and Chico was in the backyard.
No, he
Really?
wasn't.
Yeah,
Just in the
him
back-
and some buddies just broke in the backyard. And I forget if we were with the 8th Street dudes, because I think we came home with the 8th Street dudes because we met them at skate camp.
Okay.
Because we were going to show them around SF right after it was the weekend, whatever.
Uh-huh.
It's like Shackle Me Not days.
Yeah.
At that point, you were getting good though, right? Did you try to get sponsored?
During that summer,
Mm-hmm.
we met the 8th Street guys, and I think I had learned some board slides or whatever
Okay.
down on a handrail or
Oh.
something. And then the footage in Shackle Me Not was kind of, I guess, would have been a sponsor me video.
Oh,
So I
really?
don't forget who it was that was filming.
But you didn't like send it to them or
No, like
you
those,
film
we
or-
went out to show them all spots.
Oh, okay.
So,
Wow.
and then they're all trying to learn 50-50s down the rail. And I think they did, and I was just whatever. And then the guy was like, just act like you're all in into a jump ramp.
you did it.
Yeah.
They put you on
Was
the
it
team.
Ternesky?
Yeah, no. It was crazy because then I ended up getting on the local skate shop, Concrete Jungle.
Oh, okay. Sick.
I was super hyped because that was like the fucking team.
That was the team.
That was just like their boards are sick. Alva Concave,
Okay.
whatever, Alva boards, all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Mhm.
Graphics, Danny Sargent skated for him.
Oh.
Not anymore, but he did, and
Did,
that was
okay.
they were the shit.
So what, they give
So-
you like free boards?
Yeah,
and
so
stuff? Oh, yeah,
they started
okay.
giving me free boards, and then a couple months later, all of a sudden I saw Mike Chernaski at some AM contest in San Jose somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, Danny. I don't think Danny was on 8th Street yet, but it was like some NSA contest, whatever.
Okay.
But he's like, yeah, I saw that footage that all those guys film. He's like, I want to skate for 8th Street. And I was like, oh,
Really?
I just got on Concrete Jungle. Like,
But with that, but
It was
I
a
mean,
shop, though.
Yeah, it was a shop.
like, it didn't seem like a shot then.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
It seemed like an actual
Yeah,
team.
that was
Okay.
that was real. So it was just like, oh, but before that, I was on naked boards.
naked boards. Oh, okay.
Have you ever heard of naked
They
boards?
had the you can
Raj-
just
That you saw-
completely uncut board. You
Yeah,
just cut
so they
yourself.
had in the magazine, you order all the boards. They weren't in skate shops. And you can either order shape A, shape B, shape AX, shape
Okay.
square,
Yeah, you
make
can
your
just get
own
like an
shape.
uncut board.
Really?
Yeah.
And cut it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Coco skated for him, Santiago.
Oh, sick.
And then this dude TD skated for him. I don't know which one of them got me on.
Right.
And then so I was on, but I never got anything
You did, you did ever say-
until
Okay.
I was on 8th Street, and all of a sudden at my mom's work,
Yeah.
A box shows
package
up.
comes.
With
and I-
uncut boards.
no, it wasn't
Oh, they-
uncut,
okay.
but it was a naked board.
They were basically like the first like blank company.
People actually made their own. They would go and
Oh,
make
yeah.
their own shapes.
Yeah, back then.
I had a few
people-
friends that used to like order them.
Wow.
For sure. People used to make your own shapes back then. I mean, back then that's like drilling your holes back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, the holes don't even come drilled either.
No, no.
It's just
Yeah.
a
You gotta
blank
do it all yourself.
palette.
but this is like,
Seems
you
like-
know,
It's got like a pencil mark, like where
Wow.
it should go.
Seems like a
this is like, yeah.
bitch.
This is way before. Like, I mean, when I started skating, it was just they just had it was already done. Like,
When you started skating, Reventure's already like,
yeah, yeah,
holes
I started
drilled
skating
back and everything.
Yeah, 95. So everything was already
Oh,
like
yeah.
built.
Right.
Our skateboards that we have now were.
You know why
already,
they drilled
yeah.
the back, right?
Why?
no
Because
sides and tail sides.
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's right.
They started spinning.
Hardware was coming loose.
Yeah, the hardware would spin off. So
Yeah.
that was right when everyone started learning nose slides.
And then Markovich started drilling his own.
But Javante used to always drill his nose back, and I think he used to get that maybe from Julian. I feel like Julian might have been the first
In the
person.
trucks, they would
To make the
drill
nose longer?
No, in the boards
Oh,
to
in the
make his
boards.
nose longer
Mhm.
Right.
for
okay.
nose slides and
Yeah.
stuff. I
But
think.
still, even if the nose was longer, your trucks would come meet up with it. No, I mean,
No, but basically you say you had like that Tommy Guerrero board right there.
yeah, right.
You'd basically drill it back, so like going from like a 1-inch nose to like a 2-inch nose.
Okay, got you.
yeah,
Right,
and
right,
so
right.
so
And you just shorten your wheelbase though.
then the board started coming with multiple options.
Yes.
Did
Right.
you ever? You know that wasn't
No.
your. Not
Sorry, dude.
95.
I didn't.
Not 95.
That was 89.
But then the truck started coming with the holes drilled back too.
That was later though.
That was
The
later, but
two-
that didn't affect
No.
the size of the nose or anything. That was just
Okay.
to
Yeah.
Keep your
Bolts.
bolts from spinning off.
I
Yeah.
wonder when it just stopped because I remember it was like the two holes in the
Nuts.
front and then it just stopped, and it was just like,
I think
we'll keep the holes back here.
I think they finally got all the truck companies to agree on a hole pattern.
Okay, I don't know what you took your Vagisil down. He's replacing with his water now.
His Wayward Water.
His Wayward Water. Yeah, Lakai Wayward Water.
Yeah,
Man,
this is my
big
drink sponsor.
Big things. Now, so you decided to ride for H Street, or you?
Yeah. So a few months later, I don't know, whatever. It just got put in my head.
Okay.
And I'm just thinking.
Did you talk to the Concrete Jungle guys and say like, "Yo,
yeah,
Ternasky"?
It was like Concrete Jungle was changing a little bit, and like that original team wasn't there or whatever. But and then also they're doing, I don't know if it was budget cuts, but like they would only allow you like one board a month or something like that, which I'm not saying is lame,
right?
But when you have H Street asking you, and I don't know, it was just like I was definitely said no right when he said that, but it
stuck with you,
in my head, and it was just like I kept daydreaming about these packages possibly to get.
And were you a fan of H Street at the time too?
Yeah, I mean, I was stoked because I met all those dudes at skate camp, so, and just everything that was happening, so it was pretty rad. And then just thinking about getting those Hell Concave boards, dude.
It should hurt your foot.
It was weird. I went in and told the dudes at Concrete Jungle, like, I don't know. I forget what I said. I'm like 12 or 13 years old. What the fuck am I going to say? How I got on was actual just still photos and a letter of why I should be sponsored.
Wait.
Concrete Jungle.
You sent the Concrete Jungle a letter with
I brought it to them.
Brought it
to them to the store.
You brought a letter with still photos.
Yeah, still.
Amazing.
I hope someone out there still has that letter.
Yeah. What was the photos like on your ramp and stuff?
Photos from my ramp, dude. I bet you Rick Abasetta might have taken some photos that had been posted on his Instagram.
So you got on by a letter and I should try that method. Maybe I could get
it might work.
That's how you could probably Perrier.
I could get
send a
letter and a couple photos, still photos of
when we
selfies.
Go skate, will you take some photos of me? I'll just go buy a disposable fucking camera.
That's not what you did to get on chocolate, Chris?
I think they begged me.
How did you get on chocolate, Chris?
This is not my episode. This is about you. This is about Mike Carroll, dude.
Was your sponsor me tape?
I don't think I ever made a sponsor me tape for you guys.
It was basically chocolate
skating
tour.
with you guys, and yeah.
Did you have a shop sponsor then?
Hot Rod.
Yeah, Hot Rod.
Were you guys trying to sell more boards of Hot Rod?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely.
That was
we had
the
our
move.
chart out there. And it was like, okay, Hot Rod.
We're targeting Hot Rod in Westwood. So you decided to ride for the H Street then? Did Concrete Jungle say like?
No, I think because someone else had quit. It was one of the younger dudes, and then so told him I don't think it was a big deal.
Right.
Like they didn't care. It was just some little shithead kid, whatever. I called up Ternasky and asked him. Maybe I asked him before just to make sure. I wasn't
cooking it with Concrete Jungle.
Yeah,
what should
maybe
I do?
I can't remember what I did. I remember being super nervous, and then him saying and then waiting for that package.
Waiting for the box, huh?
Getting home from school every day, looking for that box behind my steps.
I still fucking.
I think Chico probably stole a couple packages.
He probably did.
Wouldn't doubt it at all.
A couple packages got stolen.
Well, one day we'll get Chico on here with the translator, and we'll try to corroborate the story. But so then you were on H Street, dude. Yeah. Where you? I mean, you must have been. I mean, it's a big thing to get fucking sponsored by H Street back then, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I was stoked, and then they would come around and they were filming, obviously.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Shackle Me Not, I think came out real quick.
Okay.
So that was rad. I was super psyched.
You were in that. You had not a part, but you had. Did you have a part in there?
No. I mean, I don't even
like a power slide and a couple trains.
Power slide, a dog running after me, board slide down a handrail, and then the 50-50, and maybe a front board or something.
Okay, sick.
And then at San Francisco State, you know those little rails?
Yeah.
I think then, and then they started filming for Hocus Pocus.
Oh.
And then, so those dudes would stay at our house a lot.
Sick.
Sal, Barbe, and Ternasky. And then, it was rad. It was pretty sick.
Yeah, they had a sick team. Rick Howard. Rick Howard wasn't on.
He's on Blockhead.
Blockhead, yeah.
Blockhead. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Sorry, I don't have the brain of Roger Bagley.
Was your brother like helping you, like, you know, make decisions like to quit and ride for someone else, or was he telling you should do that, or
No.
it was all just you?
Yeah. My brother was like, he was sponsored by Ron Allen, basically, and then he was on H Street. So we were both kind of on like Flow H Street the whole time, even I think during Hocus Pocus.
Oh, okay.
So Ron Allen was just giving boards out of his box to him?
Yeah, I don't know how all that was, but it was just like in the very beginning, like Greg was sponsored by Ron Allen.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure at some point it was segue, like both of us skated for H Street because we're always skating. So, you know, have you ever seen the team list for H Street?
It was huge.
It's just every package we'd get this little letter of who learned what trick. Like, Danny just did no slide down 5-stair handrail, or John Sonner just did stillfish 540.
Just trying to motivate you guys.
I guess.
Yeah.
But at the time, I mean, like, how else would you know?
Yeah.
Like, there's no.
They were just updating you on the team of like, you know, who did what.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and I forget. I mean, there'd be other information.
Would you ever get it and be like, Mike Carroll did a like you saw your own name there? Did a feeble down the rail at a... No?
Yeah, I have no idea. Because I swear, I think they would call you and ask you when they're...
Making that list?
Those, and you'd have to sit there and like, did I learn anything?
Just lie to
make
him.
shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I wish... someone has to have a copy of one of those things.
The letters.
Well, I mean, there's plenty of dudes on a team. I'm sure someone has it.
Danny probably saved them. I bet you, but...
They got to be out there.
Someone's got to have them, you know.
If it was Roger, he would definitely have it.
No.
No, you wouldn't save that, Raj?
I mean, but back then, it's so hard to save shit. You know, you don't think it's gonna last this long, and you're not gonna care.
That's true.
You know, you think you're 13, 14. You think I'm gonna be doing something else, and
your mom would save it.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
If you're lucky.
Yeah. But then, so you're filming for Hocus Pocus. Then you filmed a part for that.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it was a part, but there was some stuff.
One giant montage.
Yeah. I mean, those videos were sick. I liked how they were put together because it would be like sessions.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Right.
So, I mean, we've always talked about doing it like that, and I think some people have
go to a spot and light up with your car.
Yeah. But and so with the Hocus Pocus days, it was just like a mishmash. It's just skating with Sal and Jeremy Allen and just a whole bunch of dudes. Like, you know, the team was so huge.
Yeah, right.
I remember that was pretty stressful. Like,
was it?
Because that was like when you're like, oh, I gotta be good. Or,
okay.
Like you're just sitting there trying to learn a backside lip slide, and then you know, Tracy's like, I got Matt doing that on a bench already, so it's like,
couldn't do
trying to spark you.
You know, he had his own ways of motivating.
Right,
so
right.
I mean, and which did help in a lot of ways.
For sure.
Yeah.
EMB wasn't around.
It was. I mean, in Hocus Pocus, there's a clip of James Kelch in Hocus Pocus.
Oh, sick.
He does a backside axle stall on the stage at Embarcadero.
Wow.
In some Lottos.
Oh, those crazy ass shoes.
Yeah.
What is that?
They're sick.
Yeah.
They're like BKs or Lottos or some troops.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow, I used to skate in BKs. Yeah. British Knights.
Yeah.
Wait, so you guys were all skating this random shoes back then?
Back then it was like, Airwalks, Vision Streetwears. A lot of dudes would just skate in their shoes that they just started skating in, you know?
Yeah.
Some Reeboks.
Yeah, like when I started skating in my school shoes. They're the Jordan 1s.
Jordan 1s.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting.
What was your favorite Airwalk back in the day?
My favorite Airwalk?
Yeah. Enigmas?
Enigmas and the prototypes, right?
Which were the ones
prototypes were the ones that Vallely had the orange, green,
the blue, they had like
weird
little,
color that never really came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a prototype, right? Yeah.
The Bruiser black and blue one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I think those were sick, but the Enigmas I think were the V1. You know,
The Enigmas were like the ones with like the big toe.
They're like really
they're the
simple.
ones that I took this colorway
Oh,
from.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right
What was
here.
the what were the ones that came out with like they were yellow and gray?
NTS?
NTS. Yeah.
Those are whack. Javante made them look sick as fuck.
Dude,
Yeah,
with
the
the
yellow
yellow one.
ones?
Oh
The
my
yellow
God.
ones,
I think
yeah.
that's why I got a pair. Seriously, like I didn't look as good at them.
Those things took forever to break in.
I remember because Javante was the most critical person
Oh,
ever.
really?
I mean, I think that's where a lot of us got our Embarcadero,
Yeah.
like critique
Okay.
of.
What would you
Shit's
do? Like,
whack.
just
That
make,
shit's whack.
Oh, okay.
Shit's whack. No
Yeah.
credit, bud.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So fucking his shoelaces like that. Why is it tight? So tight.
Damn, just haters over there, huh?
No, but I mean, gives you a good standard.
Right.
You know.
So Javante was like super.
But so when you see him wearing those fucking yellow ones, you're like, what the fuck? But you're like, they kind of look
But he made
sick,
it look
though.
good as hell. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, but they look kind of sick.
kind of tight, huh? Yeah. How would have Kelly fared over there in the Embarcadero days? What would he be?
I'm like scared to
Corner
hear
kid.
Would he be a corner kid, or would he be shunned from the place, or would you guys, or would he get jacked? You know, what would
I
you?
think that's all how you came into the place.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What if he just came in as Kelly Hart? You know, like we know him.
And who did he know?
Nobody.
Nobody.
He didn't know anybody.
Mike York said
He
it
just
best.
came in.
Go to him to sell product to him.
Oh yeah, they.
Try selling product.
I mean, there's the randomest people that, you know, were accepted.
Okay.
You know, and embraced. So it's hard to say who or what.
Yeah.
I think it's just how you come in and
Okay.
think you are.
Right.
You know?
I mean, I would come in and I would probably be quiet, say what's up to everyone, skate, and then
Yeah.
I wouldn't try to like.
Don't get in Henry's way.
Yeah, I'd know where I'm skating.
He'd probably
and-
get in Henry's way.
No way.
It just, yeah, or don't sit down when dudes are skating.
Oh, is that a big no-no? Like to watch and stuff? Is that?
It depends.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wait, sit down like on the side and just watch, or
I think so. I think when people, it was like, you know, all of a sudden, and then all of a sudden when people would stop skating and you're the only one,
Yeah.
you know,
They watch the Mike Carroll show.
then all of a sudden you're dipping your board and fucking throwing a hissy fit, looking like a little bitch. But yeah, I had many a days there like that.
I mean,
Yeah.
fuck, you guys had the best era there. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
Jesus.
it was there for a long time before we started taking advantage of it.
Right.
You
right.
know, and I mean, basically, it was a skate park.
I heard stories that you would wax the shit out of everything there, right?
Dude,
No
you know
wax,
what's
no
insane?
wax in there.
There was no wax
Yeah,
back then.
right.
Yeah, there was
Do you know what we used to do?
What did you used to do?
We'd get the cups from Carl's Jr. and shit like
With
that.
the wax coating on the cups.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
And we'd do that.
But that's like nothing though. You
I
know? Because I
know.
mean there's all the stories about like if you waxed a curb there, like people you'd get fucking
Just go faster.
Yeah, go faster, right?
Yeah, basically. But I mean, I think at some point people started waxing, but like for, I don't know, I want to say years, but
Yeah.
maybe it wasn't years. But I remember grinding, or from the Metro, whatever it was, deli, you know, you'd get the little plastic cup and you're just sitting there. Just like,
Until the cups just
slide. I need to get it to slide.
Right.
And then you're trying
And
to
no one
scrape
ever
it on
thought
your
about like
nose.
going to get a candle.
You think about it,
Yeah.
but you don't do that.
It was frowned upon, right? It was
Well, I think it was either
more
frowned upon and took a little bit too much effort.
effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you gonna go buy a candle?
Well, CVS or something. You know?
I don't think
I'd
so.
order it on Amazon. No, so if Kelly went there and he was waxing the shit out of a curb with a candle, you'd probably wouldn't be a good
I don't
look
really-
for him.
I wouldn't wax it.
No.
No.
Okay.
No, I just went to like Pulaski like this couple days ago, and they still have that same mentality there. Like,
But that's marble, though, right?
No,
It's
but
marble.
it's like it's still you have to you gotta grind that shit.
But well, grind what? The brown part?
Yeah, like it's still like if you're waxing the main ledge right there, they're like don't.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think you go anywhere where you're not a local. And
Yeah.
just start waxing shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Especially like, oh, I want to do a lip slide on this. I'm gonna wax this lip slide.
Yeah.
Would they go to EMB and just wax shit? Like they show up and just like
I don't think so. I mean, back then, this wax wasn't around.
Right.
yeah.
You know, so to be able to do that.
Yeah, I feel like waxing wasn't a thing till like 97, 98.
I always heard that Pier 7 was that spot where they said to not wax things.
I think that place was getting waxed.
Yeah,
really?
I feel like that
Yeah.
place is waxed.
I mean, and they had the metal edges.
Yeah.
You know, I think it definitely got waxed. I could be totally wrong.
Yeah.
It wasn't my, like, I wasn't there every day to regulate, so not like I was
I think rollerblades actually the ones that like brought wax into everything.
Do you think so?
Yeah, like as soon as like rollerblading like kind of became popular, I feel like they're the ones that like really wax the shit out of stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
You know?
If they wax it, if they were there for a day, that ledge was like perfectly worn in. Like though they can really, that sounds really weird.
No, but like
But like they
it'd be
wax.
so goddamn
So
slippery.
you just
like
pull him behind the wave at Embarcadero and be like, "Hey, bro, can you wax?"
Oh my god.
Would you ever see rollerbladers there?
Embarcadero?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I mean, I
I don't really don't
I feel like
think.
there's a late '90s thing.
No, there's no way there was rollerbladers.
bikes.
There was, but there wasn't because
Bikes don't like shit.
Because they fucking ruin shit.
Yeah.
You know,
They'd be chased out, right? They'd be
back then probably.
Henry wasn't having that, right?
There's too many of us to.
Yeah.
Too many of them.
Right,
Not us.
right.
Not like I
Who was
gonna
like the
do
main
something.
enforcer? Was there anybody that was just like hard on
James Kelch.
Okay. Yeah.
Obviously, there's
sounds
James
legit.
Kelch,
Yeah.
and then there's Wingding, and then
Oh,
Henry.
Okay.
You know, I mean the most vocal. You know,
Right.
dudes that would
Say something.
say something.
Yeah. No,
but
good,
Embarcadero
good.
didn't start till later.
No?
No,
Yeah.
that was like 90. I don't know.
And that was like when you were like
So
on Plan B.
No,
No,
it was
before
like
Plan
right
B.
before I got on Plan B. So
Okay.
like, I remember going up to a friend. He was skating Embarcadero too much, and I was just like, "Why are you skating down here so much, dude?
Oh yeah.
You're like becoming an Embarcaderian."
Barkandarian.
Yeah, like there's the rest of the city, dude.
Yeah.
Like, come on, come skate with us, because he used to skate with us a lot more.
Okay. Yeah.
And I forget what friend of mine, or if it was my brother, I'm not sure, but pulled me aside and was like, "Dude, what you're just saying to him was fucking pretty lame."
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Just because he was skating, you
Maybe
wanted to
I-
skate with them in the city.
Maybe I
though.
was
don't understand why it was lame.
maybe I was saying it wrong.
Okay.
You know?
Right. Like what you're doing is like whack. You should come.
Yeah.
You're just staying in one spot. You got to
Whatever you're, yeah.
Right,
So I don't know. So after that, I was like, oh shit. And then I don't know. There was one summer, I forget what it was. I ran away from home.
Okay.
Okay. And then lived at Nick Dershay's house.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, just family drama. And
Okay.
then so Mike Ternasky came to San Francisco and
Mhm.
asked me, like, want to go to lunch? And I was like, oh, this is weird.
You still riding for H Street at the
Yeah,
time? Okay,
riding for
yeah.
H Street. I
Had
think
he had left H
Planet
Street
Earth was
already?
about to start.
Oh.
And I think there might have been, like, if I was going to get on Planet Earth or something, but he's like, yeah, you should come down to San Diego for the summer. So,
Oh.
and that was the summer that, I forget, it was 89 or 90.
You'd know, like, Plan B wasn't even.
No
like,
Plan B,
okay.
nothing.
Right.
It was, you know, this is not the new H Street video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Remember that video?
Yeah, it's like after Hocus Pocus and everything.
Yeah, School
Mhm.
W, all that shit.
Mhm.
So went down there that summer, and then that was the summer like Tim was staying at the H Street house.
Tim Gavin.
Tim Gavin.
Tim Gavin
Okay.
was staying at the H Street
Sick.
house, and then so he was there that summer, and then just there's an H Street van, and Rick was staying at the Blockhead house. We'd
Mhm.
always go skate the Blockhead ramp.
Okay.
Then Rick would come stay at the whatchamacallit, the H Street house.
That's how you guys all connected.
Pretty much just that summer.
How many people were at that house?
Sal lived in one room, Tony Mag in another room with his girlfriend or wife, Donger in another room, just a whole bunch of other random dudes like me, Tim, and all this stuff. And there was this thing that me and Tim learned. It was like, you remember third party calling? Like I had like charges
Yeah.
call to
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
me and him were doing that
No
for
way.
the longest time, charging it to H Street, like in to the office.
Yeah.
And dude, Tim just did it for days.
Yeah, I bet.
I mean,
Right.
for like he was doing it probably when he was still on Blind.
Wow.
He's probably still doing it.
Yeah.
Well, he was coming from Arizona, right? He was
Yeah,
probably
so
flying
he's
in.
Arizona, but he wants
Yeah.
to talk to everyone. He's calling
Of
me,
course, right.
calling Rick, and that's when I would always call Rick and
Yeah.
up in Vancouver and do that, and then so Tim would do. So you know,
Did they ever catch on? Were they like, dude?
I don't know.
I don't remember. No.
Yeah, I think you gotta ask Tim or someone that was on.
Guaranteed they're calling places all over the world then, you know?
I mean,
Oh,
because
but to sell
yeah,
shit
that's
or
the
something.
thing. Yeah,
So it was probably no big deal for them,
hard, and they were so sporadic, and it wasn't like just being abused.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
okay, gotcha.
Slightly, but
Yeah, but you were still on H Street.
still
and
on 8th Street. And
Ternasky was still doing H Street too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was whatever year or summer that was, he was still doing it. I forget where he was staying at that year, that summer. I forget. Whatever. We filmed a lot of stuff
For the Not the New H Street video?
Not the New H Street video. Rick, I don't know if it was Splendid Eye Torture, which was the video that was.
Splendid Eye Torture, and then there was Adventures in Cheese.
Adventures in Cheese, you know, where he does the Howard flip, and then he also does one of the the Novocaine Howard grind on the double-sided thing in San
Howard
Diego.
grind. What is it? I know the
It's like a
white
low-C
wall.
grind, but it's like a...
It's a front-side low-C grind.
Yeah.
I
Low
don't
C
know.
grind? I've heard that. Why don't
So
Actually,
low-C,
I actually don't know.
it's like...
It's like doing a lip slide, except
Back-
your front truck's grinding.
Oh yeah.
like a willy grind.
on
But like-
top.
Oh,
not,
yeah.
not
Oh, on top,
not
though.
a
Yeah.
under Willie
Okay,
grind.
yeah.
okay.
Would-
But Rick was doing it in like 89, 90.
Yeah, on these double-sided ledges that were off these stairs. So he's doing them front side off of that.
Huh.
Olling into him.
Huh?
Like olling
yeah,
into him.
ollie
Right.
instead of a lip slide, he'd be Novocaine.
Okay.
Or, but then it was like
It's a rad-looking trick.
He was
It-
doing
it
it so
seems like a
much,
rad
or
trick.
just like we're like Howard grind.
Howard grind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's funny. I never heard.
It's
that.
almost
Howard-
it's like a hurricane.
yeah, and that's why we called it a Novocaine.
Yeah.
But the Howard
Because
flip,
it's almost a switch hurricane.
Yeah.
switch
Yeah.
hurricane, right? But
You
the
know.
Howard flip is like Rick flip, right? The
Yeah.
fakey big spin heel.
Fakey frontside my dick flip.
Sure, if you want to call it that.
If you want to start getting into trick names.
No, because I'm bad with tricks. You got mad at me. You've gotten mad at me a couple
Yeah.
times for not knowing the names of
Okay,
these tricks. You
so
know?
before the big spin,
Yeah.
if you go fakey, the fakey big spin, right?
Fakey big spin. Yeah.
You
My
were
dick?
doing that trick
Yeah.
way before there was ever a big spin.
Okay.
But
right.
before the big
spin.
So you're
Right.
doing that trick. So we used to call it my dick.
My
I don't
dick.
know why.
Yeah, that's weird.
I have no
Okay.
idea why. It was
Yeah.
a San Francisco thing. It's just
Okay.
my dick.
My
My
dick.
dick. Then you do it back, like front side.
Yeah.
Front side my dick.
Frontside my dick. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you flipped it, my dick flip.
My dick flip.
Yeah.
So what did you say? Frontside my dick flip. Frontside my dick flip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when Rick started doing it, it was just Howard flip because it
Howard
was
flip.
heel.
It does seem like a rad trick though. The fucking Howard grind. You know? Do people do that nowadays? I don't
Yeah,
really see that
they've
trick. I
been
don't see
doing it a
too often
lot.
now.
They've
Yeah?
been doing it a lot lately. At
It
least
just looks like a saggy
backside.
nose grind for some
Saggy
kids.
no- Oh.
I've seen some people actually do it pretty sick.
Yeah?
You know, I seen Nikhil do it actually on a rail, pretty sick backside.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Yeah.
You know, but then you see some of those people that sandbag them that are just like all the way over, and they're doing like a fucking over Willie.
Yeah.
They look kind of corn.
I always call Willie's puss crooks.
Oh.
puss crooks.
Puss crooks. Yeah, it just look lame to me. I don't know why.
It's just like
just lazy looking.
The pressure no slide.
Yeah.
It's just like so. You can try a little bit harder. You know
I
what
like
mean?
Willie grind. You know,
You did-
I like the I like the name. I like the name
I
of the
was like,
trick.
what?
Yeah,
the dude, and I think it could be wrong. The guy where it came from.
Okay.
Is oh fuck.
named Willie.
Yeah, Williams.
Oh,
Willie Williams?
Skated for Santa Cruz.
Willing to win?
I don't know. Either way, he did fucking ollied over the channel, Willie grind to Fakey, like in Strange Nuts videos. and
What
stuff
channel?
Like Carlsbad.
Oh.
Vert Ramp. So I
Willie.
think that's where the Willie grind came from.
Oh.
Why can't I? Justin Willie? No. Dude, he skated for Santa Cruz.
you're stumping Raj.
Fuck.
This is amazing.
Yeah,
Come on, dude.
Santa Cruz had as many riders as like
no,
H
it's
Street
like
did.
during Jordan Richter and Peter Hewitt Santa Cruz days.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try
Derek
to look it
Williams. Derek Williams.
Derek Williams.
There was a Doug Williams.
Derek Williams.
Let's
And you
just
gotta go
let's just
through-
say it was Derek Williams.
And if it's not Derek Williams, I am so sorry because you're sick as fuck. Are sick as fuck.
There you
The
go.
only wheelie grind that I accept.
Is there a trick name you heard? You're just like, oh, this is enough. All right, you gotta correct this kid.
Yeah, all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, I mean, the dudes hate me for it.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. But I mean, it's a fun conversation to have.
Well, yeah, I mean, for sure.
What's
Right.
one trick that like drives you nuts? Like,
It's the 180 to like switch nose grind.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's not the varial
Like-
flip.
No, the 180 like it's 180 switch and nose grind, or 180 switch nose wheelie, like 180 faking
Yeah.
manual.
Right.
What about varial flips though? Do you call it varial flip, shove it, kick flip?
Kick flip shove, varial flip,
Kick flip,
whatever.
shove.
I don't care.
Oh, you don't care?
Yeah, it's not. That doesn't bother me. It's always been a varial or shove it flip.
But a varial, you grab the board.
I don't. I
Yeah.
always call it a varial flip. A varial just seems like the sentence isn't over yet. Or the trick isn't over yet. You know?
Oh,
Yeah, it's one of those tricks that never. It was just like I knew it as both varial flip and kickflip shove.
But you don't hear people call it varials. I've been hearing that a lot.
Without the flip.
Yeah,
Huh.
that's where I was
I mean,
like,
you can just call a shove it a varial.
If you do a pop shove, you're saying pop varial.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I've been hearing that though.
Wow.
People like, oh yeah, the fakey varials you do.
What about a varial
Oh,
heel?
I don't. Yeah, I don't. That's what I'm saying. But people
From
call it
pop-
shove it
from
heel
pop
flip.
heel.
People call it shove it heel flips though.
Heel flip shove.
Yeah.
Heel flip
Heel
Heel flip
shove.
shove. Yeah.
Heel flip shove.
Heel flip shove.
Yeah.
Heel flip shove varial.
Fakey varial heel flip.
Thank you very
I always
Fakey
say
heel
varial.
shove. Fakey varial heel flip. You know, it's a funny one. Is
Yeah.
the hard flip. I hated that.
Why?
I hated that name at first.
Why?
Cause
Hard
it was like it was
It's a
a
hard-
frontside varial flip.
Well, yeah, I
It was
mean,
did
a
you
frontside
call it
kick.
that?
It was a
Yeah.
frontside shove it flip.
Did
Yeah,
you call it
shove
that
flip.
at first?
In the beginning, my brother was the very first person I ever seen do it.
really?
Hmm
Wow.
Hard flip.
No, he did a frontside
Oh, he
kick
said
flip.
my bad. My bad.
Kick flip, frontside shove.
Wow.
When did that come into play though? The actual term of the hard flip.
I don't know, dude.
After Love Child.
Well, it's a hard flip. It's like a hard one, right? That's why
everything was hard back then.
I
So
guess
why
so,
did that one become
Yeah.
hard?
Right.
I
'Cause you have
remember-
to like disconnect.
Maybe it
your-
was probably because it was hard to make it look good.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
that was a fucking ugly trick for
Well,
years.
I mean, dude.
I mean-
I will say like when I started skating '95, that's and a little bit after that is when they were doing the Muska flips.
Oh, between your legs.
Maybe doing the
The
straight
illusion
between,
flips?
The illusion flips.
Illusion.
Yeah.
And you were the first one I saw actually do a kick flip shove it. And that's what it was, a whole different trick to me where I almost didn't even know what it was because it looked so. You actually saw it flip. You know,
The varial flip.
The
or
the
the kick
shove
flip
it.
frontside, or
Kick
hard that. No,
Frontside
but
shove it
so
kick.
I never did that trick back then because I hated the way it felt
Mm-hmm.
because it felt so gross.
Right.
And then I didn't like the way it felt, and then people started doing it weird,
Yeah.
and so I just was over it. And then I don't know, one day it just was frontside flipping, and I was like, I want to try to do it again.
Yeah.
And then did it, and it started feeling good because it was started catching them.
Yeah, you weren't just flopping it, landing on the ground, and landing
Yeah,
on it. You
it
started
was like
actually
catching them sideways, and it felt kind of sick because it's like almost like
Yeah.
kind of shifty.
Yep.
I feel like we could start a game show called like the name game.
The
and have
name
like
game.
Mike be the host.
Oh.
And basically we show kids a trick. They have to
Right.
like say the name, and Mike will just be like, "Nope, you're wrong."
That'd be amazing.
Well, I hear weird names all the time, you know. I even use weird names because I don't know the names of. Like I said to Carol, he's gotten mad at me before on trips and stuff.
Let's not put this in. This is the worst conversation. It's about as sick
The
as
funny thing is, kids would love this
They love
conversation.
it.
Oh, yeah.
they do.
Yeah.
about as sick as
They
pinch.
love. Yeah.
The pinch conversation.
Oh, yeah,
Pinch,
there we go.
Oh, you didn't like that conversation?
No, actually, I did. I can't.
Were you
believe
Did you believe that you could
can't-
pinch a manual?
a manual and 50/50s? Do you do nose wheelies or manuals? Mannies.
I say nose manny.
Do you do
I don't like wheelie. I think it sounds
Like Willie Dope.
yeah wheelie. I
I
don't
always
like
just
wheelie. I don't know.
Two biker.
Yeah.
Wheelie.
Wheelie.
Yeah, kind of
Wheelie.
yeah.
Sounds
Kinda
bikerish.
biker, yeah. Manual.
And
What do you prefer?
I don't care,
You don't care?
but I know that people get pissed off at Manny.
No. Why?
It's like shorthand though.
Switch manny.
I think at the
Yeah,
top
that's
of
what I
Manny
say.
Santiago.
Manny's okay.
I don't know.
Manny's
I don't know.
okay,
I talked to
you know?
Brandon about it one day, and he was
Oh.
like talking about how people would just like how he wouldn't write certain trick names
Okay.
because people.
Well, sometimes I do it, and I'm like, I don't want to reference someone's name because people aren't like Manny Santiago. No, I mean,
Yeah, I know. I get
you know what I mean?
right.
Like, I don't want it to seem like I'm.
But if you say like, "Oh, I did a fakey flip, fakey Manny," nobody's gonna be like, "Fakey flip, fakey Manny Santiago." Like, what is, like nobody's
But
gonna
I think
that.
so deep into that shit that I'm just gonna put manual.
I don't give a fuck what I write. I just write shit.
I mean,
You know?
if I had to write it,
You would say
I would write Manny.
Manny. Okay.
Yeah.
Manual, but I wouldn't. I accidentally, it flows out of my head. Wheelie, nose.
Wheelie.
Only if it's
No.
nose.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Yeah, when
say
you-
a fucking
wheelie.
kickflip wheelie.
Kick flip wheelie.
Nose wheelie.
Oh, there you go.
That's
Look
a
at
nose
that.
wheelie right there.
And you're
That's-
kind of pinched too. It's
That's
little
a pinch. That's a fucking pinch.
Kind of
right
pinched
there.
right there. You know,
Um,
that was before the DOS pinch.
I think he's just staring around the corner.
Pinch.
That is
Yeah.
so pinched. This is
Do you-
proof of the pinch.
See, he's staring.
Yeah, he's going around the corner, right?
Look at that toe grabbing the corner of the.
He's
the
just
board
trying
right
to
there.
fucking keep his balance.
Dude, I'm pinching on the other side of the direction I'm going. bro.
Right. But it's still a pinch.
Dude, he's way
It's a
ahead of the
pinch.
pinching movement.
That might be the first documented pinch photo.
Or is that a cheat? Because I'm not truly balancing because I'm.
Well, your wheel's not hitting. You're not. You're
Is
not,
my front wheel not hitting the
It's
board?
not hitting.
I'm not wheel biting?
No, you're not wheel biting.
You wax your wheel wells?
For manuals?
I like. Hold on, I gotta wax my wheel wells.
Dude, yeah, you wax your wheel wells when you're jumping downstairs and shit.
Yeah. Oh, I wax.
Nice. When he does a
seeing you
manual.
do it.
Yeah.
Nice seeing you do it.
You see me do it
Yeah.
downstairs? Yeah, for
Down that
sure.
113, you were skating that one
The
time.
13. It was a
Badass,
it was
dumbass.
actually a 14. But yeah,
14.
There's no card in the camera that day.
fucking yeah.
saw
yeah,
you
yeah.
skate a double
Ty,
set
Ty
once.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw
Hot
it.
chocolate tour.
Yeah.
He switch heeled it.
That one double set.
Did you
skated.
say he switch heeled it?
No, I said
He-
I switch heeled it.
You
Yeah.
said he.
I said I.
Oh, okay.
I switch heeled it.
Chris talks to himself like that.
It took me a long fucking time. I'll tell you that. I think Ty didn't break out the generator.
And then I was on H Street.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Let's get back. Raj is about to choke on his fucking whatever he's drinking back
That was
here.
the best way to segue back.
Yeah.
Back
Is that
then.
one of the photos you gave to Concrete Jungle in your letter?
You know what's crazy is when that was published, I was, I think bummed would be a strong word, but
Really?
tripped out.
Why?
Just because back then it was
Did you
just
kick
like,
into it?
dude,
It's a nose wheelie.
like why would you?
Nose
Because
wheelie.
back then
It's a
it was
nose
always
wheelie.
progressing.
Okay.
Like, you know, so just like a photo of a nose manual.
Nose Manny. Nose Manny Santiago.
No, but
That's a
don't
tight
get me
photo,
wrong.
dude.
I definitely appreciate that.
Well, looking back, I mean now. it's like, right.
now I can
It's an iconic
appreciate
photo,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it brings me back to a certain period of
Yeah.
funness.
I've tried so long just to get a manual photo. I mean, it just doesn't. Nobody wants to do it. I called Atiba. I called all these people.
Just a
I said,
straight manual.
Yeah, just like, shoot me doing this manual. It looked great.
Do you ever look at photos like that and just be like, what the fuck was I thinking with what I'm wearing?
That one, no. Like that one,
You
I
look pretty
always,
legit right there.
I know that shirt was super big,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think the pants. Obviously, if I was to put them on right now, weren't.
Those blind jeans?
But I'm sure they're either blind or Plan B.
Mm-hmm.
But that's
What do you think
just
that color shirt? Red,
it's-
maybe?
It's green.
Oh, green shirt.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know I always remembered when I saw the footage thinking like, damn, that's a little big.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude,
Just
what
because
size- I mean-
we were so young, we didn't know how to dress.
What size
And,
wheels are you riding right there?
I mean, what year was
38
that?
specials?
That was like 91 ish.
Yeah, those Plan B days right
So
there.
those were probably in the 30s, right?
Jeez.
39, 40.
It's amazing.
We were trying to figure this out the other day.
Yeah?
In 95, what size
I mean,
of the wheels?
we have the skateboard encyclopedia guy right here.
Because remember Matt Reason
It was
and
going
them?
back up, yeah.
They were starting to go back up, but
Yeah.
Matt Reason and them like brought it. They went way further back up.
Yeah. I remember
So
at one
you
point in
can't
time,
judge
like
it. You can't
Freddie
judge-
and them were like riding
Yeah,
64s.
Freddie and them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, but they jumped
Yeah.
to way higher, like way bigger than
It was when
the
like
normal.
the Powell bomber wheels came out. They started rocking those things.
But how big was everyone but them? skating.
Wait, in 95?
95.
I would say 50s.
Low 50s, yeah.
Yeah.
Low 50s.
That's when Mouse came out, right? And
Mouse 94. Or no, 6.
oh yeah.
Oh.
And you guys all rode like 7.5s back then. It looked like with like 50 millimeters with like low ventures or something. That's what it looked like.
Did it? Why the wheels look big?
No, they just look kind of what my Seb's like now almost. It's like 50 millimeters. It looked like.
Yeah, we were trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
Because I remember thinking like, "Fuck, I don't want to go to 42s. Those look so fucking big." Like, I don't, they're gonna
So
look like
insane.
such. They're gonna look like a vert board. I can't go up to 42s.
Remember when Gizmos came out?
Dude, they was the sickest.
They seemed so small, but they're like 56 millimeters or 55.
Probably around there, 55.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because then Real came out with real small wheels.
The 53s. And 51s, yeah. And they also came out with a 6-pack.
That
Yeah.
was I was going to say those were 6-pack ones, right?
Yeah. And then, back then everyone was like, gotta go smaller, like smaller wheels, smaller. And so everyone had to go exaggerate. And then that's why all the clothes had to go exaggerate with the baggy. And then the reality check when Goofy Boy,
Which one was
Big
that?
Brother.
Yeah, Big Brother.
I don't remember that.
It was just like a random dude like at a contest walking.
And
He just looked insane.
it just
Overnight, like
you let you guys know, like, you guys are dressing fucked up. Like,
No way.
yeah, like take just step back and look at what you're wearing.
Yeah.
Right,
Like,
right.
Tone it down a little bit, buds.
Shortly after that, like the stereo video came out and everyone just slimmed down.
I remember slimming down in 90. I was playing B, 92. Yeah. So I was
But the
like,
Plan B
I
video
had
didn't-
some bends. Yeah. Bends and smaller shirt. Yeah. I was slimming down by 92.
But what year did the Plan B video come out, though?
It came out in the beginning of 93.
How did the Plan B thing? Did the Plan B thing come after H Street?
Yeah, so
What-
the
how
8th
did
Street
that-
days, whatever. So that summer, we all hung out, kicked
San
it.
Diego,
Yeah,
right.
and then Rick went back to Vancouver,
Mm-hmm.
and I think he turned pro for Blockhead that summer. At
Okay.
the end of that summer at the San Francisco contest.
Gotcha. You never turned pro for H Street, did
I
you?
did.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, the Calvin
I think
Hop graphic.
actually that.
Oh, that's right. The Calvin and Hop. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I was about to forget about that.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, so I think later, so Rick turned pro like late August or whatever.
Okay.
And then I got a call to come down to San Diego, come skate, blah blah blah.
Okay,
And
nice.
then they like Ternasky and I forget who else talked to me about turning
Tony
pro.
Mag.
Oh, they just.
Maybe.
Oh, they talked to you.
Yeah, I think they were editing the Planet Earth video.
An hour later?
And it was weird just being in the editing room and
Yeah.
editing something. And then like, yeah, you want to turn pro. You, Alfonso, and Jason Rogers.
All at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and want to do it at the San Jose mini ramp contest.
Wow.
So I was like, I was already I was tripped out. Like,
Yeah.
but this is cool. This is
Right.
weird.
Yeah.
I don't, you don't know what to think. But at the same time, that summer, I only made it to the finals in the mini ramp.
Okay.
So,
You didn't-
and I didn't make it in street.
No?
And I was just like, kind of.
Because you knew
Fuck,
you were
I was-
turning pro, right? You
But
were-
I was like, fuck, I'm a mini ramp skater.
Oh, that's what you were
Is
thinking.
that what I am?
No, but just because you didn't.
No,
turn-
like back then, it was like dudes
There was a
were
bit-
mini ramp skaters.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's like
right.
Like
Steve
it-
Size with a mini ramp skater.
or like I don't know. I didn't really see him as that, but like say Eric Sanderson.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, and then there's the other dudes, and it was just like mini ramp champs, mini ramp
Mini ramp
skaters,
champ,
mini ramp
yeah.
pros.
Right.
And I was like, fuck, am I a mini ramp fucking skater? Like, my first contest, it's a mini ramp.
Yeah.
So whatever, it was a fucking awesome experience because I skated like this awesome mini ramp, and the dudes that were in it was so insane. It's like Tony Hawk,
Oh wow.
JJ Rogers,
Mm-hmm.
Wade Spire, Alf, Jason Rogers.
Oh wow.
I mean, fucking all
Everybody.
these gnarly older vert dudes were
Right.
skating it, cab, fucking
Oh, wow.
skating it. It's pretty sick. At the end of my run, I fall, I'm knee sliding with my knee pads. My knee slightly dislocates.
No.
Yeah, so I'm on the flat, and I'm just like, well, this is weird. Straightening it out, and all of a sudden, it's just like pops back in.
Whoa.
Yeah, and so
Did you continue skating or
no,
you were
so they
done?
took me backstage
Okay.
or whatever,
Back
you know,
in the-
back
right.
there and fucking Barry Zaritsky,
Who's
With the mustache?
the medic dude from back in the day.
Yeah.
There was
there's an NSA like pro
medic.
like dude that
Yeah.
would
Okay.
take care of people. Like iced up my knee, and then I remember thinking like, I don't know, whatever. I was just confused.
Yeah,
but,
right.
And back then you had to get top 10 if you wanted to get aboard.
Like that was it to turn pro, top 10.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So I didn't get top 10, obviously.
But was that the discussion though? Like if you get like you're gonna turn pro, but if you get top 10,
But I think
like,
that was it for almost every company, maybe.
okay.
I think,
Huh.
you know?
Yeah.
And then, so that didn't happen. I just remember a little bit later, I don't know, I think skating Jim's ramp, you know, Studio 43.
Mm-hmm.
Skated there with Ternasky. And,
No, was that Jim's ramp or Bryce's ramp?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Skating Bryce's ramp.
Roger, dude. Knows everything.
Skating Bryce's
Do you want
ramp.
to tell this story, Raj?
Just trying to clarify. That's all. I didn't know if I had my information right.
No. So why I was thinking Jim is because I think I remember.
Jim did have a ramp at one time.
No, he did.
Yeah.
But I was thinking Jim because I don't know why. Just some weird thought, and I could be totally wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Jim talked to Ternasky and told him should give him a board.
Okay.
I think.
Right.
Where
'Cause
Jim
there was
Tebow,
a-
like,
there's-
involved in someone's life again.
Jim I know. I
Giving
know.
someone great advice.
Right. Yeah.
No, because I feel like there was a change, and it just felt different.
Okay.
The whatever. And then, so Ternasky started talking to me about making a shape and what
Oh,
kind
wow.
of your graphic. And I'm just like, oh, but I didn't. It's like, it's all good. Like, we're going to do this.
Okay.
So I was psyched, and I don't know how the Calvin and Hobbes.
You don't
but
remember?
I was just
Macaroni and
looking
cheese.
around. I think I saw the photo, and I don't think he had macaroni and cheese, but I was just like psyched on macaroni and cheese back then. I was like, this dude eating macaroni and cheese, that'd be sick.
So the Calvin and Hobbes, you're pro. I mean, you must be getting paid a decent amount of money, right?
Yeah,
Were you
fuck
gonna-
yeah, I was getting fat checks,
Fat
500,
checks?
$500 a month.
I mean, back then though, it's fucking great.
I was 14 years old.
14 years old.
$500. I don't. Yeah.
I mean, you still what? I mean,
living at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it was 2 years earlier, the money would have been way better. It was like,
Oh yeah, Matt Hensley and Ron Allen
Yeah.
checks.
Oh, were they getting like they were getting?
I think
good?
10s
10
in the
G's.
10s.
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Holy shit.
10 G's.
I think probably
Back
more.
then.
More,
That was
probably,
just
yeah.
board.
Really?
That was just royalties.
How many
What?
You were just hearing about it
Oh.
how many boards do you think Hensley sold when he first came out?
because there weren't that many companies, and
Yeah.
I think then at H Street, just
Mhm.
like, and then right
It was
now
blowing up.
is just fucking.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, all these other little companies started becoming like, oh, if H Street's doing it, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's probably what happened.
It's a lot of money, dude. Back then, that's like 50 grand or something nowadays.
And I didn't, even, I was still at home, so.
Oh, yeah.
And you're getting clothes and shirts for free.
It's amazing.
So
Yeah.
You're not. What do you need money for?
Were you just spending money, or were you saving it? Were you trying to
Save.
save? Yeah, saving
There's
it.
nothing to buy.
Did you ever rock the Tony Mag shirt with the tails?
No.
Did you rock those, Raj?
No, but I've seen you with them.
Yeah. Let's get back on track. Sorry.
So I was on H Street.
You were on H Street.
H Street.
H
And all of a
Street.
sudden they
Right.
started talking about giving me a board.
Yeah.
And
you got
then,
a board.
Then I got a board.
Right.
And I was hyped.
When you got back to SF, was everybody like, "Damn, fool, you turned pro"? Like, was everybody hyped, or was
No,
it,
Henry
or-
turned pro first.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. So, and that was crazy because, like, when I went to San Diego for that summer,
Okay.
left and came back, Henry was fucking out and, like, insane.
Killing it.
Yeah.
Wow.
He wasn't skating like that before I
Okay.
left.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
One month, or how long were you there for?
2.5 months.
Wow.
He was just waiting for you to leave.
No, he was trying a bunch of shit, but all of a sudden he had it on lock.
He had it on lock. Wow.
Yeah. And then, so he started killing it. And then when I came back, is when I got a note from my brother, I'll be down in Embarcadero. Or I
Mhm.
think he said EMB,
Okay.
even though EMB is not the spot. EMB is the crew.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
So,
Interesting.
Embarco.
He just gave me a wink.
It was already like everyone was getting sponsored down in Embarcadero. Like a lot of dudes were getting on Dogtown,
Oh.
you know. I think might have
Just started.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't weird,
Right.
you know,
Okay.
like every
Normal.
things were happening.
Were you
for
riding your
everyone.
own board too?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's like, I forget who has footage. Maybe Jake Rosenberg has footage. It's just like, you roll up, one dude has my board, another dude has my board.
No
I have my
way.
board. Like,
Kind of got surprised with your.
no, it
From
was just like everyone just. I wasn't surprised. It was just I just remember him having this footage, and it
Yeah.
was just like everyone just knock on. It was like
That's sick.
it was pretty sick
Right.
back then, just to have that feeling. Like,
And then,
that
but
was
everybody,
cool.
because everybody was hyped. Everybody was supporting
Yeah.
you. Yeah, for sure.
That was like a rad moment.
Yeah.
You know, seeing
Right.
that. So that was going on, and then I think, you know, I don't know who was unhappy where at H Street or
Okay.
this and that, but I know World was just starting to get sick.
Pop
and-
off. Okay.
Yeah, the graphics are sick, the boards are sick,
Okay.
and all that, and just I think the vibe,
Yeah.
you know. And I don't know. I went to Woodward with Ternasky and Danny Way.
Oh.
I forget when that was. I feel like it was like a May or June or something like that. And then I just remember Ternasky talking like, "What do you not like about H Street? What do you like about what do you change?" But blah blah blah.
He was gathering intel.
I feel like he had something brewing already.
Yeah.
And maybe he was already talking to Danny about it too,
Okay.
because Danny was there. We were talking.
Right.
Team's too big.
Probably, yeah. Because Danny had gone back and forth from H Street to Blind to H Street,
okay.
back and forth. It was funny. So we then, after Woodward, we did a demo in Nashville or some shit.
Okay.
And then we were I remember being in the hotel, and then, you know, one of the dudes was like, "Henry, we got to put Henry on."
Right.
You know, he calls, I think Ternasky was on the phone with Rocco,
Okay.
and he found out Henry just got on Blind.
Oh.
So that was just like, whoa, that's a crazy one.
Right.
So I think Mike had already either been talking to him or...
That was after Gons and had broken out, right?
No.
No.
See, because Plan B hadn't started yet.
Yeah.
So Gons got, you know, Henry got on through Gons and
Okay.
all that.
So, but Blind Video Days is already out.
Yeah,
Mm.
for sure. Blind Video Days had just come out.
Wasn't Javante on too?
Javante was on Blind. I think he had footage. He's in the background of Jason Lee's Feeble Grind at LACC.
Yeah.
He's just sitting there. And then, so, I don't know. That whole summer, it just all of a sudden just happened. Plan B
Mm-hmm.
happened. Henry couldn't get on, you know, he's already on Blind.
Okay.
And then, so I hit up Rick, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Or I think Ternasky always wanted Rick on H Street.
Oh.
And so I think it was just obvious, a mutual
Right.
kind of...
So Ternasky, was he talking to you like, "Hey, hit up Rick and let's get this team together"? Like, was he just?
I forget how
Okay.
how it went,
Yeah.
but I mean, I obviously probably mentioned him because I knew Ternasky wanted him on
Right.
H Street too, and
When Plan B first put out that first ad, like 10 of these or 5 of these dudes were ever going to be on this new brand, whatever. Like, did you guys have any input or like?
yeah, I
Or did
think,
like know that you guys going to do that at all? Or?
yeah, I think we all had already gotten together and talked and
Mhm.
knew.
And then that list changed the next.
Yeah, I can't remember. I always know there's this talk about the list and how the list changed and who it was. I don't
Okay.
remember who it was that was out of there.
So what do you mean, Rod? There was a list, and then somebody.
So they didn't add whatever. It was like, I think it was like 10 or 12 names, whatever. And it's like
oh.
5 or 6 of these guys are going to like basically quit their company to ride for a new brand, you know? And then like,
Oh, they put random names
They-
in an ad.
they had all these
we had
names.
Tony Hawk, Mike McGill.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
fucking
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And then...
but like most of
You
them was
know.
all the Plan B dudes.
Okay.
And then,
But there wasn't a logo
And then the
on it,
next...
right?
no, there's no logo. Right
Yeah,
there,
logo.
yeah.
It was
Yeah, and
just
then
a-
I think then the
was
next
like a
one
tease.
was like everyone's name was crossed out, right?
Yeah, and then
for the
someone,
dudes on Plan B.
I think Ed Temple's name was on it, and it was like crossed off or something like that, or
So
Oh.
that was kind of like the introduction to it.
that probably stirred up the industry pretty like heavily. You know, like people were probably like, "What the fuck is this?"
That ad.
Yeah, because they had some names on there
Oh,
that like,
they're, like,
of
some
dudes that
big
rode for other
names.
people.
Right.
I heard rumors, and I don't know what it was, but I heard rumors of Ternasky talking to Tommy Guerrero like before that.
Like trying to bring it to
I don't
real?
know.
When,
I don't know.
When it was starting?
I
or-
don't. This was Powell, Tommy Guerrero.
Wow.
Yeah. This was like 8th Street.
Even earlier, wow.
Yeah. So that's something that someone told me, you know,
Mhm.
that was pretty close to Chernatsky. But I don't know what that was all about.
But I feel like around the same time that Real had started, I mean, 8th Street had started, Real also had started.
Yeah, because remember, like, Henry turned pro for Real, like,
Mhm.
right, basically,
Had the
right
kid
when
with
they
the crayon.
started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I think that was all, like, that was the summer that, you know, when I came back from San Diego,
Mhm.
a lot of shit changed. I
It's
think
like 91-ish.
Henry turned pro basically right when he got on Real.
So they immediately wanted to do a video, probably, obviously, right? to
Yeah, I
start.
mean, he was all into videos and
Yeah.
all that, and
Skateboarding was like progressing pretty fast then.
it was progressing, and it was insane. That's why, like, by virtual reality, a backflip, like, I wouldn't put that in my part because that was too whack. That was too old school.
Wow. Did you feel pressure to, like, you know, Plan B video with all these dudes and everything, and like?
The second one, yeah.
Oh, the second one?
No, not the first one. The first
Oh.
one was just like we were just skating in Embarcadero. And
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
learning. The only time I felt pressure was right at the end, and I didn't know how to do nollie flips or switch flips.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like right before the video came out.
No way.
And you see the footage that I was like that week that I learned all those tricks.
That was crazy.
I'm just
Insane.
like, thank you. I learned something switch.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, yeah. I got scared because
Really?
I was like, holy shit, I suck. I'm not going to be able to, because I already knew,
Yeah.
you know, like, dudes are being ghosted from skating.
Right.
And that was questionable video?
So that was questionable, yeah. And so at the very last, I think,
Did you have any
right in the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter.
Did
you have any
minutes
idea-
left to fucking.
Learn nollie flips, learn switch flips.
Did you have any idea how gnarly like everyone's parts were gonna be? Because when that video came out, like that was fucking just jaw
It was
dropping.
gnarly.
Yeah.
We were just all skating. And me personally, it was just me skating in Embarcadero,
Right.
You know, and then occasionally I'd go out and skate somewhere else. You know?
Right.
You didn't have like a trick list. You're just checking off all the time.
No, you're just skating and you're
Yeah.
learning as you're going because you're so young
Yeah.
and
Right.
all this stuff is so new.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm saying, like, every dudes were learning switch heels, switch flips, blah
Yeah.
blah blah blah. And I wasn't, and I was just like, oh fuck. Where I
You
knew.
didn't see other people's parts, or I mean,
No,
when-
we
when
were,
you-
we,
oh, you-
we were watching.
Okay.
Yeah, we were seeing stuff.
Right.
You know, but it was like we were all feeling like same level.
same level, right?
Mhm.
Except for Pat. Like, Pat obviously was on some other
Some
shit.
other right. So that video came out. Did that change anything at like EMB? I'm sorry, not the crew EMB. Did that change anything at Embarcadero, or was it a? Did you notice anything like? Because that video, like Roger said, was like, you know, ground. It was crazy. It was
Yeah.
groundbreaking.
I
It just
don't,
raised the bar.
To
And
raise the
everyone-
bar, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know if it changed anything in Embarcadero, but I think it probably maybe got Embarcadero a little. I
A
think.
little bit of shine.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
think everyone was trying to jump on Embarcadero at that time.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know, like
Every-
everyone was getting sponsored by,
Right.
you know, everyone was sponsored. Like before, we were called the Embarcadarians, fuck them,
Yeah.
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. Then all of a sudden, everyone was getting sponsored.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it started becoming this little skateboard
This
mecca.
little
You
scene,
had
right.
come here to be seen and
Right.
Yeah.
this and that.
Right.
So, it started, you know, you'd go down there and you feel like, I think it was like 300. It was basically a skate park.
Right. You
know?
must have been fucking pissed. I mean, just to people infiltrate your spot, you know, like you must
Yes
have been
and
pissed.
no,
I mean,
but it was like that before.
Oh.
But
even it was amplified though.
yeah, but you didn't think about it because of videos or anything. It was
Okay.
just like
Yeah.
you're just thinking, fuck.
Just a bunch of people coming to town.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just
Okay.
yeah.
Right.
So it wasn't thought about like the specific thing,
Yeah.
you know,
Okay.
because they're back in the day, like
People
before we
would
were
always-
sponsored, it would be like hundreds of people,
Always
and
go
then it
through.
died down.
Oh, okay.
Hundreds,
Right.
You know, so
So then you filmed for another video, another Plan B video, right? How
Yeah.
how long in between was the two videos? Like a year or two?
I think it's just a year.
year.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know exactly, but I know I think Questionable came out in '92, and
Okay.
then And then virtual came out in 93, early 93.
Wow.
Yeah.
Seems like a very short time to make another video. Like, the
Yeah.
virtual reality was incredible too.
Yeah.
That was where everything started getting stressful. Because it was
did it?
like, oh, you have to learn.
And you gotta film
Now it's
everything.
time to learn.
Yeah.
Right.
So, whatever the feeling I was feeling at the end of Questionable, which I didn't think about
But you knew,
about
but you could,
needing to learn switch flips. To
yeah,
stay
I was going to
up
say, you
with
already knew
everyone.
how to learn how to do switch flips and
But-
volley flips. You were
But
good.
what else? Like, what can I learn to do this? Like,
Right.
you got Pat fucking 50-50 in the double kink and all this stuff. And, Hensley got retired in the first video.
Oh.
You know,
Did that stress you guys out?
yeah.
Stressed you out, right?
I mean, it gets stressful,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, because when we were growing up, like, all of our favorite pros were being ghosted.
Yeah.
Right.
There was no longevity back then.
I mean, because what? Matt Hensley was probably how old? When
Early 20s.
Yeah.
if that.
20s.
If that.
Right.
And at that time though, like
I mean, I was 17. I was
Okay.
17 when Virtual came out.
Wow.
So Matt had to have been,
Early 20s.
if that.
Right. Yeah. Were you scared that, like, oh man, this isn't going to last this long?
I said
in
this-
20s, like
I've
done.
told this before,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Maybe I'll just repeat it. But
Yeah.
like, there was a time we were at the Encinitas contest, and then Stur came up to me. He's like, "Hey, come here. We got to take a photo sometime. I want to take a photo of you before you're done sometime next year."
No. No way.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm just like, okay, I'm already getting fucking out with the old and with the new, like,
Yeah.
progression, or like the motivational thing from Plan B
Okay. Right.
with the video and all of that,
Mm-hmm.
and the insecurities of not feeling like I'm, good,
Up to par, like whatever.
being a good skater.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, it's stressful when
Damn.
you're 17 years old and
You got a dude coming up to you.
you got some
saying-
dude telling you you're done next year, and you've just seen that Hensley be done last year.
Yeah.
So it puts a weird feeling
Okay.
on your skateboarding.
Right. Right. Right.
You know what I mean?
Like, why am I doing this almost?
I don't know. It's weird. I mean, I know now. I know why I do it and why I've done it so long.
Yeah.
But when you're young, you're just like sitting there thinking, like, what am I gonna do next year?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it was weird. It was stressful.
Well, wait. How old were you when you guys formed Girl?
We did it 93.
93.
Yeah.
Did that play any part in starting Girl? Maybe like you guys wanted to start your own thing. Did that have anything to do with it?
I think it had a little bit to do with it, because
Yeah.
I think I was already thinking about doing something else.
Okay,
Like,
right.
either, I don't know. I'm not saying I would have gotten on, but
Yeah.
I was riding other boards.
Oh, okay. Right.
So I was like riding stereo boards or
Oh.
riding Mad Circle
Okay.
boards.
But I mean, Plan B. I mean, at that time,
Wow.
Plan B was like the golden company. It was like the company, though.
But
Why would you want to go?
I don't know. I mean, it was just
Yeah.
a weird experience, but I did learn a lot, which was awesome.
Right.
Like he let us into the editing area and would talk to us about, a lot of stuff. I mean,
Okay.
he fucking helped me study one time while my mom's drunk in the other room, passed out.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, definitely took a lot of positive things away from it,
Gotcha. Right.
but from life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But skateboarding wise,
Uh-huh.
it was pretty tough.
Okay. Wow. Did you and
Rick
Rick get together? And I mean, how? What was it like?
So it was one time we were in Santa Barbara.
Uh-huh.
So we were in a hot tub, me,
Whoa,
Rick, and
whoa.
Danny.
Okay. Whoa. It's
I
getting
swear,
steamy, huh?
I swear, I remember it.
Yeah.
And we skated PAL. And
Pal skate zone.
It was I don't know what we were doing, but it was me, Rick, and Danny. I don't
Okay.
know if anyone else was with us,
You just remember
but
that,
it was us
right?
three, and we were bummed, whatever,
Uh-huh.
talking this and that, and we talked about bouncing.
Okay.
And so it seemed like a pretty serious conversation.
Right.
So we went forward with it.
Okay.
And then we hit up Danny.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he just was like, I was just probably venting.
Yeah. Oh, like you guys are serious?
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Okay.
Like how it went down.
Right,
You know.
right.
So like that talk got us like
Motivated to.
let's do
psyched.
this.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And so.
But I mean, like, how did you? I mean, like, starting your own brand, like,
But
that's
there
some
was other
scary.
things too, though,
That's some
right?
scary shit. What?
That,
There was some other shit going on, like with Rocco and like money wise, right? With like,
But that stuff, like-
royalties.
well, there was like Ternasky would tell us about some things that, you know, with minimums and stuff with the other guys, blind and stuff like that. So that's like stuff I can't speak on, but it's like, you know, maybe we spoke on it in the past, but we don't know exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they were being stuck. I did hear that, you know, they're about to get rid of Javante, you know, and so I was just like, okay, there you go again. There's
Right.
another guy being ghosted.
Was that the only way skaters were making money? Was just their boards?
No, we had like minimums.
No, but like just from like sponsor wise, where people like you,
the board company.
With
Yeah,
this
you got
board
board
company?
companies like
And that was-
if you had a shoe brand, maybe.
but like where
But back then, I don't think anyone had a shoe sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
There, I mean, this,
Javante had 2 at one point.
I think he had 3. Definitely had 2. Two
2
ads in one
month.
magazine.
Which ads did he have?
Vision Streetwear and Vans.
Incredible.
I think Vision Streetwear he had a photo, and I think Vans might have been on the team list.
His team.
But he was also getting Airwalks.
Yeah.
But back then, I don't think any of us were truly sponsored by the shoe companies.
Really?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why, you know, we would always be wearing
Different
like
shit.
all the other shit.
Yeah, gotcha.
I think it was later, like maybe 95 or something like that. I probably got my first box
Oh.
from like Vans or like maybe Airwalk. But we'd always get them from, like, Eric would get boxes, and so when he'd be getting boxes, we'd be like, hey, can you order some shoes too?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
From Costin?
Yeah.
Who was he getting shoes from at the time?
Airwalk.
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 Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He's rocking those saris.
No, fuck those saris. I hated those things.
Really?
It was with those teeth assholes.
Yeah, they had the ridges on them.
No, with that weird
It was like
little.
the tan with the gum.
They were trying to make their Puma shoe
Yeah.
with that weird thing. No, there was this like weird, like dress shoe looking shoe that had this nubuck. It was super sick.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know how long it was out for, but that's the Airwalk shoe that we were all hyped on.
Right, right. So then you guys decided to do, I mean, like I was saying, forming Girl. I mean, that's a big step for you
Yeah.
guys, for 2 skaters to just
Yeah.
dive in and especially like take.
At the age of like 18 or 19.
I was
Yeah.
17, and by the time it started, it was 18.
Wow.
I was 18.
Were you guys nervous? Because you're bringing people with you.
Well,
You
when
know,
you're young,
Yeah, I guess so.
when
You
you're
don't really
young,
think- yeah.
you're not really nervous, except for the only thing I said is I don't want to have anything to do with like sitting behind a desk or business shit.
Right, right.
And so, you know, Henry, I think, was the only one who might have been nervous and said, I can't count on, you know, these guys to pay my bills
Okay,
and this
right,
and that.
right.
So
I'm sure Blind was paying pretty well at the time too.
they ended up paying him pretty well
Right.
to stay.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did Blind? Was it a shock to them, or did they kind of know that you guys were doing something?
Yeah,
and
we
had something brewing.
I think I talked to Henry, and then everyone else was like kind of pulled aside, like individually.
Okay, right.
And then, and then I think Henry, last minute, pulled everyone aside and said, "Don't do this. I got something." I think he was doing something.
Oh.
Maybe trying to work something with Deluxe. Maybe.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Maybe.
Right.
Don't know.
Right.
But anyway, he stayed on Blind.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm saying anything that I don't. This is all speculation.
Yeah. No,
so-
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure.
Well, not speculation, hearsay, or rumors.
Yeah. Right. Right. Right.
but Megan knew most of the business or some of
okay.
that.
Megan was working for
And
World.
She was working for World,
Doing
and then
sales.
Spike, knew the dudes at Extra Large with the, to
Yeah.
help with the distribution
Okay.
and all that.
Right,
So
right.
there's things that were very helpful for us.
Yeah, for sure. Because you had Spike and you had Megan, and so you guys were like, okay, cool, like business.
She knew certain
People,
sides,
right.
and then Spike knew other people
Yeah.
that had some new stuff on the other side.
Right, and you guys knew Spike was going to become like a big time director, and this was going to be great
Yeah.
for the.
We-
he could do all the videos. And
Yeah.
I think around that time, like that's when he did a couple of Beastie Boys things, like the Sabotage and
Goldfish and Sabotage.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
Which came? Did Mouse came out first and then Sabotage, or was it the vice versa?
It was
I don't
funny.
remember.
It was like both at the
Both
same
at the
time.
same
I was
time?
like, why would he do both the same?
'Cause
But
maybe he was testing
maybe his test.
Goldfish for.
And I think Sabotage happened before Goldfish. I feel like
I mean, but we filmed it probably
around the same time.
Around the
At the same
okay.
time. Maybe
Yeah.
Sabotage probably came out before.
He's
Goldfish.
basically using their like budget to shoot the music video. Like, hey, let's shoot a couple extra things.
I don't know. But I mean, there was a whole bunch of other stuff. Like it was funny though because Spike did video days.
Oh, yeah.
And then so we went filming one day. It was down at I think Union Square.
Mm-hmm.
Tried to film a line of me, and I was like, "You don't got it, really."
No,
So Rick had to film the line. That's when we knew we had to get some filmers.
Yeah.
How did you come up with the name Girl?
A bunch of brainstorming,
Mhm.
and one of the names was like, because I used to think of whatchamacallit, and I had a bunch of graphics that had girls on it that were in Plan B because because I didn't want it to be like, oh, you're Luke Skywalker.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wanted to be
Princess Leia.
Yeah. I kept thinking of like for contests like next up skating for blah blah blah. So
okay.
I threw out one was like, oh, let's do money, but we can spell it
Different.
MUNI like
Oh,
Muni
Muni.
in San Francisco, and I could be always rocking Muni shirts. And I was
Right.
thinking that way,
Yeah. Okay.
but it was pronounced money. So
Money.
next up skating for money.
Right.
So yeah, next up skating for girls.
So money didn't stick. Obviously, they got shot down.
They laughed
pretty-
at me. Yeah.
Someone already trademarked it.
So girl stuck. That was the one. You guys just
Dude,
kept coming back to it, right?
We did something, and I think we giggled so much because of the girl bathroom logo.
Yeah. Right.
I think that was what it was. Like next up, skating for girls, girl.
Okay.
And then just girl bathroom logo.
Right.
and-
Right. That was it.
But when you guys started, though, you guys made quite a statement by just showing up at a contest all rocking the gear, right? When you still rode for Plan B, didn't you?
No, we went
Or did
on.
you already
We
quit?
went on a tour, and we had girl shirts, and we wore the just bathroom logo on a tour.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
So
When you were still riding for
when we were
on a Plan B trip.
Yeah, so there was a whole mixture of us.
Okay.
That was the tour that Chico's packed up, ready to go with us, and we had to leave.
Leave him alone?
And we
Yeah.
see him in the back,
Oh.
Yeah.
and then comes chocolate.
Right.
But yeah, so that tour, we had girl shirts made for that tour.
Wow.
So we.
Was it at the last demo or the last? I mean, were you waiting to
No.
wear them, or you just wore them the whole tour?
It wasn't like we were just like the whole tour promoting girl
Right,
or anything.
right.
It was just did it, and then everyone I think let everyone know at the Back to the City contest. That's when me and Rick talked to Ternasky
Oh,
at the Back to the City contest.
But like when you were on that tour with all these girl shirts, were they like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, but back then it was like everyone was wearing blank shirts or whatever
Yeah.
shirts,
Okay,
all these
right.
stupid shirts or Hang 10 shirts,
Yeah.
Hang
so
10,
like
right.
a bathroom logo, like that's
They thought nothing of
they
it.
didn't think anything.
No,
Right.
That's
it's not
funny.
like right now, like on Instagram. Like,
Oh,
what
yeah.
does that mean?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
That he's a blank board.
Blank
Who's he
board.
skating for?
Yeah.
What is
right.
that graphic? It doesn't
Just
have.
testing out the shape, dude. Chill out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Back then, it wasn't like that back
Right,
then.
right. Wow.
And yeah, no, you wouldn't expect that back then.
So like you were
but
saying,
we had to do it
oh,
that way
Yeah.
because of how powerful that company was
Mhm.
and
Right.
how powerful he was.
Yeah.
Rocco. So I mean, there's no way we could have started it without being like, I'm not gonna sell anything to you if you carry their stuff or this or that.
Yeah.
That's the
Use your
way we
leverage.
felt, because if you know how powerful it was back then,
Right.
you know, so, you know, unfortunately that's the way we had to do it.
Yeah.
You know,
Gotcha.
we couldn't give that much, we couldn't give a heads up.
Right.
It's just, it wouldn't have happened if we did.
Really?
When you approached Paul Schmidt to make your boards,
So Spike was the one talking to Paul Schmidt the whole time.
really?
Oh, you had the little, you had the guy.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
He's talked to him for
Doing
a
the
while.
dirty work.
Yeah.
Oh.
He
Oh,
talked
so he made your first batch of boards, basically.
Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he
For
did,
years.
he did for years,
Oh,
up
okay.
until 2001.
So you guys left, and then Rocco and them did Bitch, right? I actually think that them doing that like helped promote your shit. You know, if you really think about it, like, because everybody was
Yeah.
like, "What is this bitch shit? What is this?" And then everybody's like, "Oh, it's the girl they're making fun of." You know what I mean? Like, I don't. That's just me. I think it helped promote it almost. How'd you guys look at it? Were you guys like, "Fuck these dudes"? Like, Jesus Christ.
I think no, we laughed about
Okay,
it.
right.
I think most dudes laughed about it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think Rick was stoked to have, you know, his girlfriend's name on a skateboard.
Right.
I think that was the only thing that
Okay.
might not have been.
Tim Gavin wasn't.
He was.
He didn't care about the
He's like,
little.
it's perfect.
No, I mean, everyone just like, unless someone was secretly bummed, like
Right, right.
I think we all didn't really care. I think the
Okay.
only thing we tripped off of was that Eric's friend rode for it.
Oh.
You know,
Alfonso?
Alf.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know,
Right.
but
Was he the only one? How
I
many?
don't know. I don't know who else rode for it. But
He was the only
we
pro
never-
that I know
But
of.
it didn't last that long, though, right? It was
I don't
just
think
like
so.
A little thing.
I mean, it's still going on over in Japan.
Oh, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
shit.
Okay. I didn't know
So-
that. Wow.
Someone just told me they found a bitch jacket like in a thrift store,
Whoa.
and they were like super hyped on it, like
Whoa.
brand new.
So then after that, you guys decided to do chocolate because why? There wasn't enough room on the team for everybody. Is that what you felt, or I mean, what were you guys'
Yeah, I think it was just like, I don't know. Back then, there was always, it seemed like there's always a branch off
Okay,
company.
right,
It seemed like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think, and then there was this whole big idea to, you know, get a whole different team
Okay. Right.
and this and that, and there's a few other dudes that were going to be a part of it that ended up not being a part of it.
When you first launched the brands, were like you surprised the way that people reacted to it, like at skate shops? Were they like fully hyped and buying the boards, or did it take a while to kind of?
I did not pay attention to any of
I,
that.
really?
I worked at a shop at that time, and I was psyched.
Oh
You
yeah.
were psyched. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just skating,
Yeah,
you know, so
yeah.
it wasn't like we're doing this and you know kill it, and,
Right.
and, you know, it was just like just kind of felt cool.
Yeah.
It felt rad.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Well, you didn't have to worry about that because you were just out skating, right?
I was still
Yeah.
living in San Francisco and just skating, so you know.
And then how long after what did Lakai come about?
So Lakai came out about in '99.
99.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
So that was,
you guys left DC to do Lakai, right?
Yeah.
What sparked that move?
Huh?
What sparked that move?
What sparked that move?
You just bummed on DC, or
It wasn't super bummed. You know, we had some interesting team meetings that I think the whole team was, you know, had some issues. Nothing like fuck this or
Yeah.
that. But then, you know, Tim Gavin came up to talk to me and Rick and
Okay.
said, "What about starting a shoe company
They were
over at
doing
Podium?"
they were
doing
They
DVS,
yeah.
were doing
Right.
DVS. So yeah,
Mhm.
it seemed like a pretty interesting opportunity.
Right. Went for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went for it.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a big move. I mean, skateboard shoes, you know? Crazy.
Yeah, but I mean,
You've already done it before, right? You did,
Did it
Girl,
before.
Chocolate, you know, just another, yeah.
yeah, and they're doing it.
they already had the
They,
resources.
they got
Makes sense.
the resources,
Yes, right,
so
right.
you know,
kind of just piggyback on them.
well, yeah, not design wise,
Right.
No, but
But-
just like using their factory and everything else.
yeah, all that. So a lot of that would be helpful.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Andy Mueller came in and
Mhm.
helped with the art design.
How long did it take you guys
graphic
to like
design.
come up with the logo?
I don't think it took too long. He was still living, I think, in Ohio, and just kept might have been faxes.
Was he
Oh,
doing
I'm
Ohio
not
Girl
sure.
then?
What?
Was he doing Ohio Girl?
Was he Ohio girl, or he was Quiet Life also?
Right.
Yeah, on and off since '97.
I don't know.
So I kept seeing shoes with all these whack logos,
Mm.
and then I was like, I want a shoe that had something.
Of course.
You know?
I mean, it's for a shoe, it's important
You know,
to have that, like,
yeah,
to have that.
have something
Of
right
course,
there,
right.
Not some
A brand identity.
weird fucking.
Yeah.
It's because there's all these skate shoe companies that just didn't have that.
Right.
What was some of the original names you guys were coming up with?
Dude, it didn't take that long.
No.
No, it was
Really?
really weird. I was really embarrassed to go and tell Rick and Meg, like, what about
Muni money. You brought that one up again, didn't you?
No, but they always give me shit about trying to like. One of my things for girl was, I was like, what if we just use some word with random letters or something,
Okay.
like a word like onyx.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And so they were just like, Mike tried to name girl Onyx.
there was a rap group, right?
Yeah, they're
Right.
fucking super huge at
Yeah.
that time. So, but I wasn't. I was saying a word with weird little letters. Like,
Yeah, you were using that as the example.
Yes.
Right.
But
I heard too that you try to name it Onyx. You know,
I did. I just wanted to be Slam was going to be our theme song.
Slam. Yeah.
I don't know what got me sparked on thinking half words, half this, half that.
Isn't it from like Children of the Corn, Malachi?
Yeah. So it starts from. I thought I knew someone who had a child named Malachi. I always thought that was a rad name.
Yeah.
Whenever go out and this and that. Sheffy always said his name was Julian to random people.
Okay.
And then so I just used Malachi.
Yeah.
Conversation sparker.
That
But yeah, so anyway, I went through a whole bunch of different words, and one of them was Malachi.
Yeah.
Malachi. And I said that to them, and then I feel like I walked out of the room real quick.
drop the mic and bounce,
No,
right?
Like I didn't even want to hear
What
the
about Malachi?
reaction.
You're like, oh, Lakai. I'm out.
And I guess because I already had gotten fucked with about Onyx and all this other and money and
Muni money, right?
So I'm just like, I'm gonna say it.
Just throwing shit at the wall.
Yeah.
And we talked maybe a few days later or something. They're like, honestly, we think that
It's a great
it
name.
would be a cool name.
Wow.
I'm like, whoa, okay.
You're like,
At first, I thought
yeah.
they were fucking with me.
But the first video you guys came out with, I mean, Jesus Christ.
Holy
Which,
bro.
Beware the Flare?
No.
That one was
The
tight.
red
That one was great too.
That one
you know?
was super tight.
I mean, yeah, that one
was-
there's a bunch of
Literally blew up.
a bunch of things
Yeah.
just aligned for that one to
Dude.
become what it was.
It was insane.
Yeah.
That was highly anticipated.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, for multiple reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Besides it taking 13 years,
Yeah.
But, dudes getting on, dudes coming back,
Right.
all that stuff, like, and just the video taking so long too,
Yeah.
Yep.
so, and also saying it's coming out soon and
For-
it doesn't.
Never,
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
did.
That's always a bad move.
Right. But
It built the hype up, dude.
Totally.
Yeah.
Right.
The hype got way too real.
Right.
I had never experienced anything like that, and we were just like, "What the fuck are they expecting?"
Could have been
Because we
the
didn't-
countdown clock.
No, that was funny to do.
That was gnarly.
Yeah, I think we just put one up.
That kind of surprised me because I feel like you guys put a lot of pressure on the dudes for Fully Flared when you guys did that.
We did it also for Pretty Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But this one was just like everything happened so quickly, and then we just didn't know where everything was at. And once we finally figured it out, then we were able to like.
Once you had a
We
rough
couldn't-
cut,
we
of the,
couldn't
once
put-
you had a rough cut of the video, you're like, all right, let's put a clock up.
Once you got it better than a rough cut.
That was like a lot of work on that one. It seemed like for you guys.
A lot of work, a lot of stress, yeah. But there's a lot of good times too.
Were you pretty emotional when it came? Like, did you feel pretty crazy when it came out?
More so for like someone like Mike Mo,
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
being with him along for that ride and just. But yeah, I think just seeing the response, because you didn't know, because the whole YouTube thing and everything was already starting at that time.
Right.
So
Yeah.
everything was kind of getting watered down. Not as much as it is right now,
Right.
of course.
Yeah.
But at that time, it felt like, you know, they were trying to say at that time, like, full-length videos are done.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, so
If you put
You guys kept
if you
going
put
for
a
it.
good product, then
yeah, it's just like
yeah.
like they say with movies or albums. Like fucking Beyonce comes out with a fucking album, is she gonna kill it?
Of
Yeah.
course, right.
You know, is fucking whoever gonna keep putting out a mixtape or a single? Are they gonna kill it? No.
Yeah.
You know, so you just got to do it right.
Has anyone ever brought up the curse of the intro?
Yeah, of course. That started years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that started years ago. That was funny. I wonder. I can't remember. Mesa.
Amazing.
You said point it out.
He'd probably be the guy to point it out.
Yeah.
Of course he
He's
would.
like, wait a minute, everyone in the intro, quit.
Right. Oh my God.
That happened quick. That was funny. I mean, it was just like, you know, like it was very interesting to see how like that video, and then all of a sudden, everyone just
Well, it's
getting
like
hit
even
up.
like with the Diego thing that we talked about with Clemens, like as soon as someone dropped like a gnarly video part, like all of a sudden everyone wants you.
Yeah.
It's like where is everyone? It's like, you know, where is everyone during all
Oh,
like
yeah.
for the Stevie thing, like Stevie
Yeah.
getting on Chocolate
Right.
Williams. Where was Alien at that time?
Yeah.
We put him on, like he's skating with Josh every day. I think Josh was trying to get him on Alien the whole time.
Right.
You know,
They weren't
don't
feeling
fuck
it.
with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't fuck with him.
Right.
All of a sudden, you know,
Chocolate.
we believe in him. We put faith in him.
Yeah.
Like we talk to him, you know, and we understand that he knows that his past is his past, and
Right.
what he wants to do in the future is what he wants. You know, whatever.
Yeah.
Not in that serious a tone, but you know.
I get you for sure.
So, and then we do that. Chocolate Tour comes out, and then all of a sudden, Seek fucking
Yeah.
And just offers
or
that rolling
whatever
in.
the company was that it was not Seek, but and then
Yeah.
they're driving a fucking Beamer or Benz over to him to give to him.
What's the
You know,
Cadillac? Something like
and
that.
we're gonna
Wow.
give you however fucking much a month. It's
Right.
like, well, but where were you guys like 8 months ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like I think shit like that's whack.
Yeah.
Right. I turned down multiple cars after the hot chocolate tour, just to let you know. They weren't as good as a Bentley or a Ben. They were
Hey.
kind of maybe a Toyota Corolla.
Chris has
But,
stayed true to chocolate his whole career, man.
Yeah.
That's my first board sponsor,
Yeah.
dude. You know what I'm saying?
How does it feel, Chris? Is pretty much your boss, kind of.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
What is, like you're interviewing your
I'm
boss right now.
I'm fucking nervous. You know, I don't want to say anything wrong.
Tables are turned
I'd
right
be
now.
Fired. No, but it's never been like. I mean, I think well, listen, I was nervous skating with you guys for the first time, and so I was fucking Mike Carroll, Rick Howard. You know, it was like intimidating. Like, are they watching me? Are they
They were watching you.
sussing me out to see how good I am? And like, you know what I mean? But then like, he's shaking his head no. But I mean, later on, you realize that no, I mean they're just the bros and they're just the homies, and you
We're
know what I
just
mean?
there
Like
skating.
they're just
We're
they're
just there
skating.
skating.
Right. Yeah.
You know, unless someone acts a fool or acts like an idiot,
Right.
You know, or
For
then
sure.
like says something stupid. But other than that, if you make yourself stand out like an asshole,
Yeah.
like yeah, we notice. But
Right.
if
Right.
we're just all there skating,
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah.
Just having it. Yeah, just skating. But I mean, I realized that after, you know, I mean, it is nerve wracking though in the beginning.
I mean, I get it because I mean, people say it often,
Right.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I know I did feel uncomfortable back in the day,
Yeah.
like skating in front of people,
for sure. You know,
Well,
especially like when you're trying to get on and stuff, you know, and it's like, fuck, man, these guys are, you know, they're watching me. You know, I
And
gotta
you've
like.
been-
people
I mean-
make up stories.
What do you mean?
Like just like I saw you look at me, and and there was a shake of your head that when I tried fucking blah blah blah.
Oh, the
But
shit.
meanwhile, they don't realize there's a bug flying in your face. Like,
Yeah, they're Jesus.
I don't know. There's just like random, like when you're sponsoring like the younger dudes.
Right,
and then-
right. I feel like nowadays kids don't even care. Like they're not like.
I feel like you should talk about like how a lot of people are like it's really tough to get on Girl and Chocolate.
Here's the thing, though, and I've said this in past episodes too. Maybe you could back me up, but I think it's like, there's that magnifying glass on like Girl and Chocolate, because they were like they're like the premier company. So anytime that something's happening with them, it's
Anytime
like,
anyone gets flow or whatever.
anytime somebody gets flow, it's like all eyes on them. But it happens with every fucking company.
Yeah.
Every company out there is sponsoring or is flowing people that don't ever get on, you know?
But no one ever pays attention.
But nobody ever pays attention,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, yeah, maybe there's that.
That's the way I look at it. I don't know.
I think that when you get on girl or chocolate, you've set it up so good for these younger kids. They get deals right away just
Right.
because they're on girl and chocolate.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because we sit there and make it a long time and it's a
Right.
process and it's like we got to get to know you, because it's not like people fucking put these companies together because these skaters are rad. These fucking, they're killing it.
Right.
It's like that type of shit doesn't work.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's got to be a natural feeling.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Just because someone's rad and killing it doesn't mean shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? And people see through that. That's why there's certain companies out there that, you know,
Yeah.
they got the fucking best team, but you feel it.
Right.
You don't feel
Right.
it. You know? And that's why FA kills it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because that's just straight fucking natural.
Natural.
Yeah.
For
You
sure.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was just them doing what they wanted. Just natural. Wasn't like
Design.
this,
Right.
this.
Yeah, they weren't
This.
handpicking people.
Here.
Right.
No.
We're going to make the
Yeah.
best team. And
So it's stuff like that, and that's
Yeah.
how when we started,
Right.
and so trying to keep that same formula after you start,
Right.
so it still feels the same.
I
I don't know
mean,
if that makes sense.
No, it does,
No,
but
completely,
and
yeah.
also, I mean, it's hard to do too. You know, it's hard to keep that vibe sometimes. You
It's
know,
hard.
because you do have to pick and choose.
And it's also gonna be tough, like when you have like 12 dudes that are pro, and like you have all these like flow guys.
right.
It's like adding to that team is kind of tough.
There's a lot of flow, but then there's not really a lot of flow. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, I don't even pay attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
But there's the
Yeah,
guy.
you do.
I just,
But then there's the guys that come along that you're like, yes, this is the dude. You know, like when
There's-
Vincent Alvarez came around, we were just like,
it's just,
this is like a
No-brainer,
no-brainer.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
guy.
And Corey.
Corey Kennedy,
Yeah.
right?
Mike
it's like
Mo.
Mike Mo, right?
Yeah.
Malto.
I thought it was funny
Oh,
that
dude.
Mike Mo was like one sponsor me tape, and then like Mike Mo was like one sponsor me tape, and then like Malta was like 5 sponsor me tapes.
Dude.
But Mike Mo was because he was in the van
He was
all
in
the
the-
Yeah,
time.
he was
you know,
local.
He was in the van all the time when, like, during the filming, Ty would go grab him, and he was
Right.
in the van, and you know, Malto wasn't around.
Yeah,
So
so in
that's
Kansas
why.
City.
Yeah, and he's in Kansas City. So, you know, if he was out here, he would have been just as quick and just like all that.
Tomorrow, you guys are premiering the new Lakai video,
The flare.
the Flare,
The flare.
the Flare. Tomorrow, you
Yeah.
guys are premiering it, and then it'll come out what a month from now, pretty much.
So it'll
Is that
come out July.
July,
And
Okay.
it'll most likely it'll be early July, like mid-July.
Okay.
Early to mid-July.
early mid July.
Are you guys gonna
Yeah.
do a hard copy, or is this gonna be
We
strictly
got hard copies for sure.
Okay, dope,
Yeah.
dope. Hard copies,
Hard copies,
iTunes,
iTunes, Vimeo.
So basically, you can buy the flare
On-
on Vimeo.
Yeah, I think you'll be able to.
Okay,
I think there'll be I don't know when, but might be able to pre-order it on Vimeo.
okay.
Is Rick Howard and Mike Harrell gonna have a part?
What are parts?
Here we go.
Will there be clips of you
Share
guys
parts.
skateboarding?
What are
we go.
parts?
Here we go.
What is a part?
Well, listen,
you know,
no.
people tell
We have
me
a cameo.
People tell me that they like my part in Mouse.
Fuck yeah.
What the fuck part did I have?
Had a
You
couple
had sick
clips.
footage. It was a dope song, and it was you and Rick Howard, bro. It was tight.
What did I do?
You did a half cab
The
crook,
crooks,
and,
yeah.
and then Nolly switch flip, half cab crook, and then Nolly switch crook.
Okay.
There you
Skate
go.
nerd.
If that's a part,
There you go.
No,
So
is
you
that a
don't-
part?
Okay, so
That
you don't.
shit.
is that a part?
I could.
Are you? I mean,
Just have a
anytime.
goddamn trick in there, please.
Anytime I have a video, anytime I'm in a video, yeah, it's a part.
All right.
You got a part in the fucking Toy Machine video.
I had a part in Welcome to Hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was one line, but yeah, it was my
It's a little part of the video.
first part in the
Yeah.
video. Yeah.
I had a part in a Zero video then.
Did you?
Yeah.
Look at you. Huh? Welcome to Hell in
On
the
some
Zero.
guest shit.
You know? No, but you guys have footage in there, right? You guys are gonna have a part, right?
We skateboard.
Yeah.
We're skaters.
Okay, I love that.
We like to skate.
Yeah.
How many video parts have you had? I mean, do you just that you can remember off the top of your head?
If you call one trick a part,
No, let's do actual.
I mean that's
I had a
that's
part.
Chris Roberts.
that's my style. Yeah, I mean,
I had a part in Going Off.
going off.
Yep.
Wow. Any trick tip videos we should know about or anything?
I don't know.
No trick
but
tips.
then I must have had hella parts in 411.
Oh, you had hella
Oh.
parts of 4-1, dude.
Man, we can't even. Well, Kelly can count those.
I can probably
'cause he'll
count all of
know-
them
Yeah.
in that one, so that's just like way too many.
And then all those other parts on Instagram.
Oh,
Oh, dude,
yeah.
party
then
a party
parts in-
day.
Right.
2 Plan B girl. So Goldfish.
Mm-hmm.
Paco.
Fine.
Was that a part? Paco.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I was a part.
All right, and then Chocolate Tour.
6,
Modus.
7,
It's pretty sweet a part.
8.
Is that
I count it.
The part.
okay?
Did you say FTC? Sorry.
No, 2 FTCs.
Yeah.
9, 10.
Yeah, so not as many as a couple other people.
Yeah, but still, fucking 10 videos is crazy. You know, if you really think about it.
No, dude, they're doing way more than that.
Yeah,
these
but you
days.
get a lot of footage dispersed everywhere.
Couple cameos in H Street video.
It's like,
Oh yeah, my 8th Street parts.
Oh yeah, it's like 13 now.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I just like skateboarding, so
Yeah.
I might be in it.
I mean, like what?
I'm just psyched. I'm psyched for all the dudes that are in it.
Yeah.
They're psyched to be in it. The energy's good.
Good,
Everyone's psyched. The team's psyched, and it's a rad feeling.
Okay,
to
good, good.
Be out and about with those guys.
Right.
Everyone's yeah.
Yeah.
You got like a whole new generation of girl and Lakai.
Yeah.
Basically. coming
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
I mean, for Lakai, especially casting new characters for sure.
Who should people be paying attention to?
I think you're gonna like everybody, especially me.
That's right. That's right.
I'm pretty stoked about it.
Dope.
Like, yeah,
Is it at this moment? Is it pretty much done?
yeah,
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
it's done.
Wait a minute.
We're waiting for your.
Can I
trick.
get my? Can I get a trick in the, in the video?
We're waiting for the trick the night before the premiere.
The night before. I mean, I can. Yeah.
While this is playing,
Yeah.
you should be like
Filming?
doing some live
No, I-
fucking feed about you filming your last trick that's gonna get put in the night before.
I already have my trick.
It's right behind.
It's right behind me. The switch, flip, switch. Can I just give you that clip? No, I just think that would add a lot of, just add to the video.
I
you
think
know,
it'll
switch,
add a
flip,
lot,
Right.
a lot of star power.
Maybe an ender in somebody's part. You know, maybe an ender in.
Ender in my part.
Yeah. Can it be an ender in your part?
Yeah.
Yeah?
That'll be an ender of my part. That'll start and end my part.
That'd be
Chris,
amazing.
You could have a lot of parts with that trick. Right
I'm telling you, man. I'm trying to shop it around.
Yeah.
Actually, because
Isn't that going in the Baker video?
Terry Kennedy's going to put it in his part too. But the Lakai video is coming out first, so obviously, I'm just trying to get it out.
But then
there.
what
I'm
happens
trying to get it out there.
if we put it in? Is Terry gonna put it in?
Well, we'll see. But
He
I
might
gotta
get bummed on you.
But yours
Well,
is
Mike put it in the chocolate video for you.
Yeah, but I mean, like that's true. That's true.
I
That's
put
true.
it in there.
Yeah.
Do you think Johannes can
No.
put a flare on those shoes?
Oh, there you go. I think it should just end the video.
Yeah.
Fade to black.
Just end the video.
I think that should be the intro to everyone's part.
I like where
great.
this is going.
Yeah,
this is going,
man.
This is really going good now. I love it.
Yeah. A lot better.
A lot better.
A lot better.
Yeah.